of Mason and Ireland.
Let's do her up.
The first Monday of 2025, and that's why we thought it should be a live open.
Yeah.
And a meeting ran long, so here I am.
Oh,
and look who's here in the big chair.
Yeah.
Look at that.
One day this will be the show.
Yeah, one
this
day,
will,
sure.
This will, maybe soon.
Yeah,
Over
you
their
never
dead
know.
bodies.
Well, your contract is coming up. What
Yeah,
if we can only keep
true.
one of you?
We're counting down.
What if we can only keep one?
Well, the other one's got another job, so I think I should stay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, me too.
I think he probably thinks the same, too.
No, you know what? I think he does think the
Greg
same.
Bergman sitting in for Johnny I on this
Wow.
Monday. We're not the Witness Protection Network, so everything's safe over here to listen all day long. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You know, I had to
know.
throw in a bit.
Of course.
Just to
Why
annoy
not?
them.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
12:18 on a Monday on January 6, 2025. Hit it, Brian Cohen.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I got a tweet earlier saying, would I make a mention of the Witness Protection Network? And if you know what I'm referencing, then you know.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
Depends on who you're talking about with
Yeah.
it that I'm confused of.
Yeah.
The Witness Protection
No,
Network?
there's a bunch of
There's
people
a lot
over
of
there.
stuff.
Oh,
There's
no,
a
there's a lot of
there's a
oh,
lot
there's
of
a lot
different
of
things
stuff.
happening
Yeah,
over there
a lot
right
of
now,
stuff.
so I
Yeah,
just don't
they're-
know
they're
which
all
part
over
of
the
it
place.
you're
Listen,
talking
at
Exactly.
least these stories made people pay attention. Nobody watches over
Yeah.
there.
So
More people watch us than watch Keyshawn every afternoon.
Wow.
about. Probably.
Wow, your friend Keyshawn.
Wow.
So I
He's
want to
not here,
know.
not his bestie.
So I'm tooling around the Instagram over the holidays.
Yes.
And I see multiple pictures of Chris Morales and his lovely girlfriend, Stephanie.
I
Right.
love seeing it, too.
It looked like you guys had a really kind of special, memorable holiday season.
It was pretty good. I can't complain too much.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice.
What
That's
day
nice.
was the 1 year?
December 28th.
That was the 1 year?
1
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
And 1 year before then, December 28th, 2023, we were watching Yachtly Crew at the Grove in Anaheim. And they started performing Steal Away, and that's sort of when things turned. And a year later,
interesting.
we were watching Yachtly Crew in Vegas at the Palms.
Nice.
At Chaos, the club there.
Yep.
And before they did Steal Away, they did a 1 year tribute to her and I.
No,
Yeah.
really?
On stage, they
Oh,
did.
that is so cool,
So that was
man.
so cool.
amazing.
So
Did
that
you
was
wear
really
your
cool.
captain's hat?
I wore the captain's hat and the captain's undies.
Nice. Good. Yeah, no, it looked like you had a blast.
No,
Looked like you had a blast.
And we took JSX there, which was great. And I'll
How
talk about
is
that
it?
more on Friday.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
Friday, we're not doing lit tomorrow.
No.
'Cause
Oh,
we got
we're not.
Well, we got a half day. We got Lakers early.
Oh, that's true,
But
yeah.
Friday,
Yeah.
come on out and press the flesh at the Islands in Manhattan Beach.
I want a crowd. Let's go.
Mason's going to be there. Ireland's going to be there. Corporate Greg. I keep saying Corporate Greg. That's got to be my
Yeah,
New
we
Year's-
got to
that's
just
my
go
New Year's
Bergman.
resolution.
Just
I don't like
Bergman.
just Bergman. I
Is
like to
it
say Greg.
Bergie?
I like Bergman.
I like Greg Bergman.
Bergie,
I like
Greg,
Bergman.
I don't care.
Mason and Bergman has a ring.
A little too ethnic.
Oh, be careful.
Yeah.
Well, no,
That's out there now.
I want to unring that.
Wait,
Well, wait a minute. It might be
put it
Bergman,
out there.
Bergman and Mason.
my hot take.
You know
Bergie
what I
gets his own
love?
show.
You know what I've always said? I want to be the two.
You want to be the two.
The two is like the best job in the
wanna-
world.
you wanna switch at one
Switch
point?
places and you
Yeah.
take over the
So you
one.
gotta
See how that goes.
You got to switch hit every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll all be there Friday at Islands in Manhattan Beach. This is where we did our March Madness remote,
Oh,
starting
yeah.
at 9 a.m. with Travis and DeMarco. If we could just get Sliwa out there. And then at noon, Mason and Ireland. And at 3 o'clock, Sedano and Cap. We're going to be pressing the flesh. I just got the email.
Yeah.
We will have Rams-Vikings tickets to give away.
Whoa.
Wow, that's a huge one.
That is huge. Monday night at SoFi.
Yes. And
Right.
they have debuted a new chili. And part of the new year is you're going to be confused.
No, a new chili.
Chili.
Yeah, okay.
Chili
Like
elite.
a chili bowl of chili.
Well,
kind of
not
thing.
Chili Davis, the great Anaheim
No,
Angel.
the great Chili Davis, yeah. No, so they've introduced chili.
And I will eat chili every hour.
Right.
On something. Because there's no beans in it.
Thank God.
Oh,
I'm
no
so-
beans.
That was my next question.
Does
because
that
I
mean
refuse-
Texas chili if it's no,
No,
beans?
no. The right way chili works is it's chili or chili with beans. The beans are secondary.
Okay, so
It's
this
a
is
replacement for the meat.
so you're having the chili no beans.
And no car. Well, there's a whole other thing.
Oh,
So we started
no,
the year.
Here we go.
Are you ready for this?
Ready?
What's the one thing you thought I could never give up?
I
Alcohol.
Actually just
Alcohol.
wow, you got it right.
Wait,
the
you
first
got
try.
alcohol?
It's
You-
been dry since 1-1.
You're having dry January?
I might do dry 2024.
No
5.
way.
I might. I
Who
feel
is
really good.
Who is Chris Morales without
See,
alcohol?
what
I know.
Once a quarter, Chris and I usually go out to dinner and we get a nice steak and we drink a lot of martinis.
Like we're supposed to do.
Yeah, like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
supposed to do.
That's crazy.
What
I
are we
can't
supposed
believe
to
that.
do
Who is
there
that
if we're
guy?
not drinking? I don't know what that was.
I don't
What
know.
was that?
Is this
Like, that's crazy. I can't believe that. Who is that guy?
Oh, Brian's trying to
that was
troll
for
you
Chris.
a little bit.
Oh, thank you.
yeah. So and so far, do you Jones for it? Are you
No.
like, oh man, I could use
My
I'd
anxiety
like to
has-
pop a beer.
So at the end of the year, there was a lot. You know how Here's the problem with the end of the year.
Yeah.
There's so many parties.
Yep.
There's so many family things. There's so much drinking and eating.
So much.
My anxiety, which is already bad, was off the chart bad.
Really?
It has reduced incredibly.
Good.
With no carbs, which is a personal thing with me.
Yeah.
And no alcohol. So we might keep it rolling.
I picked up a good 4 pounds during the holidays.
Oh, really?
I
Good
got
for
to
you.
cut back on. Yeah.
What you should do.
Yeah, it's
the
what I
holidays.
did. I ate like just ate everything.
When's the last time you worked out?
I've worked out 12 of the last 16 days.
Oh, that's good during the holiday
I worked
break.
out
And still
every day
gained-
but one. Yeah,
and
because
still
I'm
gained 4 pounds.
Yeah, still gained 4 pounds. That's how much I
Because
ate.
you just keep eating.
It just
How much dessert
no,
did you
know
actually
what, you know
have
what it
during
is?
that?
Going to the gym is a permission slip to eat whatever you want
Of
later
course
in
it
the
is.
day.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
And Chris, do you want to add one more thing? You can no sugar.
Well, basically, no carbs to me is no sugar. Too.
Okay, because I'm not having any sugar.
Because I don't eat a lot of candy and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
So
I
the sugar comes from pasta, bread, pizza, all that crap.
So you're no alcohol and you're no sugar.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm gonna drink alcohol still, so that's the sugar I'll take.
Yeah, but not
Okay,
if you
that's
just
sugar.
you don't drink a lot of mixed drinks.
No. But wine is
Wine
very
has some
sugary,
sugar.
Yeah, wine does. Brian, what are you giving up?
Nothing.
Nothing. Good,
Good
for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna live my life. Thank you very much.
Laura, what are you giving up?
Love that.
Nothing.
Nothing. Good. Me too. Nothing. But
I mean,
but I
eventually,
salute you guys. Good for you. Today is National Weigh-In Day.
No, we're not doing that.
Do you know your weight?
Yes,
I don't.
I'm proud.
Do
sorry.
we know our weights?
I do, and that's
Did
very
you do it?
depressing.
Did you do
Roughly.
yours?
I did. I weighed myself this morning. Yeah, 194.
194.
194.
That's pretty good. I'm
190
probably right around that.
195.
I want to be 190. Laura, what are you?
195.
You're below
195.
too. That's amazing.
I know.
And where are you going
I've
to?
kept it.
What's your goal?
Right now it was under 200, so I got that. So probably like 170.
170. Nice. And Brian, are you trying at all?
Oh, I'm trying so I can go skydiving. Gotta
Oh,
lose, gotta lose a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Are we
What do you
still
have to be
doing
under?
that?
You got to be under 250, and I'm
Under
like 20 over.
250.
So yeah, I
Under
got a goal
250.
there though.
Yeah.
So
Good.
you were going to lose those 20 pounds.
Hopefully,
But
it's
you're
always
not
been
giving
a,
anything up.
You're right. So, exactly. Just gonna work harder.
could
at it.
happen,
That's what we're gonna
Greg.
do.
It
Yes,
could
exactly.
happen.
Morales, what do you have? No, you don't have to share any of that stuff.
I mean, I
That's
can, but
personal.
it's
Well,
a-
you want to?
Not really, no.
Well, I mean, it's the bit. We all just shared our weights.
So, and this is unprecedented waters for me.
Okay.
290.
290.
Whoa.
This
For
time
years-
last
I'm
year, what were
surprised.
at?
You don't look like
You don't look.
You
you
don't.
don't look
290.
like that.
So the last year, and we could call it happy weight. A lot of
Sure.
a lot of not newlywed, but you know what I mean.
A lot of people gain weight when they first get
So
into a
20
relationship.
months to a year.
almost 20 last year.
20.
15. I had 15.
And you're going to dial it back?
Oh no, we need to lose 60 this year.
Yeah. Is she in on this? Because that's the whole
She
thing.
looks
is,
great.
Yeah.
What do you-
No, I'm not. I'm saying in terms
She's
of your
helping.
healthy eating. Is she
No, she's
in
very
on your
supportive.
healthy
Very
eating?
supportive.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to cramp her lifestyle.
Right. No, not at all. Not at all. So, well, that's all good, man. It's great to see you.
Is it really?
It is. I was all ready for 8 a.m. this morning. For
Oh, see, he's
You see what he's
so
doing? I know
we,
exactly
we
what he's doing.
originally had an 8 a.m. meeting.
Yeah.
And then here's what happened. And Mace started
We
it.
talked about it on
Well,
Friday.
okay,
too.
wait,
We
wait.
both talked about it.
Now, we don't do a lot of meetings here.
No, not at all.
Unlike other GKB markets where we have weekly air check sessions,
Right.
which we know how you do with those.
I love them.
Oh, yeah.
I
Weekly
love 'em.
content
You
meetings.
love
Weekly
feedback.
I
Nobody
love
loves feedback like Mace.
Yep, I love feedback.
He calls it. What is it? Tearing you down.
Yeah, tearing me down.
Yeah.
And
Dressing me
you
down.
down.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do an 8 a.m. content meeting.
Yeah.
The reason why 8 a.m. is because Travis and DeMarco start at 9.
Sure.
That's a time where everybody can come together. We, of course, and I didn't want to put Teams into play, which, Teams, if you're not familiar, is like Zoom, because that's an excuse for people not to come in. Sam Pines, our owner, is in town to start the week off.
Right.
But we had to put Teams because Ireland's on the road.
Right.
So, of course, the first text on Saturday from Mace. So, just thinking, do you really need me there in person at 8 a.m.? I threw my phone and I said, here it begins. And then others started texting.
Okay.
They
Can I?
all
So I don't know if
started
you
coming in.
started it by texting your peers, saying, "Oh, guys, we don't need to be there at 8 a.m."
Yeah.
Did
do
you go to other people and ask if they're going
I asked
in?
Cappy if he was going to be at the meeting.
No, that's a whole problem by
Is
itself.
it? Why?
Oh, yeah, because anything you say to Cappy goes everywhere.
All I texted you was, how important is it for me to be physically at the meeting?
Wouldn't it
Monday
be
morning?
important because we set the meeting?
And if you would have said yes, I would have been there.
When was the last time we actually set a meeting?
Well,
I
Mace
don't-
didn't show
I
up to
don't
that one.
recall.
You slept through
I
it.
did. I slept through
And
that
I know
one.
it was before the Mandy's because I made a joke about it at the Mandy's
Yes,
last
correct.
year. So that's almost a year ago.
Right.
Is it so hard
No,
for the obscene,
it's not at all.
for the obscene money we pay all of you?
It's easy.
To ask you to come in
Happy
once
to do
a
it.
quarter.
Yeah, happy to do
Once
it.
a quarter.
Yeah. But are you bitching at me or at everybody?
Well, you opened the can.
I opened the can, but I'm saying I literally said
I'm
to
bitching
you,
about everybody.
I literally said, how important is it? Because I would have been there if you would have said, yes, this 8 a.m. meeting is very important. Everybody needs to be there.
and
We consider you to be a leader kind of at the station, and you set the tone
I need
and
to
the
say
message.
that? You don't already know that?
No, I said, how important is it for me to physically be there? And
But
you
you-
said Teams is fine.
By you asking that, you're looking for him to say, "Oh, it's not that big."
No,
of a
I
deal.
don't
You just
believe
join
what
on
I said.
Teams."
I don't think Teams was fine. What I said was, well, you completely missed the last
Well,
one.
I mean, you missed the last one completely, so I guess just being on Teams is a win.
You didn't see the
I mean,
sarcasm
yeah,
in
there's
that?
It's
I did.
dripping in sarcasm.
But do you think I would have been here if the meeting was going on?
I do.
If there was an actual meeting, I would have. What do you?
No, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's frustrating how, and this is why
Yeah.
I have a bracelet now from our president, Steve Politziner,
Oh, nice.
that sent this that says care efficiently. Because the thought process is I care too much. You know what I want from everybody
What?
here? Is to care a little bit more.
Yeah.
How
I
about
agree.
that?
Yeah.
And especially you,
Just a tiny bit.
Why me?
because you opened it up on the air.
Yeah, but I work at it really hard every day. I'm not mailing stuff in around here.
Well, there are
Mason
plenty of people that
Ireland.
are.
Yeah.
And guess what? In this meeting, there was going to be a new direction for the year. Not right now,
Right.
but for a year, people started thinking. Like Vince McMahon had the Attitude Era. When are we going to do the Attitude Era?
Yeah, I don't think that Vince McMahon is a good benchmark for us to follow.
I'm
having
talking
watched
Take away, the
documentary.
take away the stuff that happened.
Take away all the
other
terrible, terrible stuff.
Just the stuff that he did for the actual company.
Yeah. Oh, he's talking to O'Shea Jackson Jr.
We've gotten too arrogant around here.
You think so?
Yeah, we think we're too good.
I do not. I go home. Greg, how many times do I walk out of here saying, God, that was a terrible show?
That's like 3 times a week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super hard on myself. I'm
Yeah, but
very
then if,
hypercritical.
But then if we try to give you feedback, it's we dressed you down.
Nobody gives
For
me
instance-
feedback like me.
Just so we can.
I give my own feedback.
By the way,
But don't you have to hear from somebody else too?
You guys feedback all you want. I just said don't feedback during the show.
Sure. Do you think Sean McVay today? Let's work sports in.
Yeah.
He's screaming at his team, going, "How is it that you lost yesterday to the Seahawks?"
No,
everybody
nobody played.
No, what?
Yeah, no, none of the starters played.
A lot of the offensive line played. A lot of the defense played. A lot of the defense played.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think he's screaming. He didn't play.
Is he
Matthew
screaming
Stafford
at Matthew Stafford saying,
No.
since the Buffalo game, you've sucked, and now you got to play the Vikings on Monday night? Are you ready?
There's a lot more going on with Matthew Stafford that we should get into because
Yeah.
he's not.
But
in
see,
a good
this is the
spot right now.
problem.
Yeah.
Pollyanna, gutless scumbags that go, "Oh, we made the playoffs. Everything's great." Instead of saying, actually, if you watch the tape. So now this is what we got to do, Greg Bergman and I, more in 2025 around here. We got to watch the tape, Mace.
You guys are gonna watch tape.
We're going to start watching the tape.
Yeah, watch. I
It's
think
on
it's a good
YouTube.
rule.
We can watch
It
the
is on
tape.
YouTube.
We can
You're
actually
right.
watch
We
it.
can go back and watch this.
You think it's acceptable to have a 17-minute radio Tinder, an afternoon drive at this radio station?
I have no particular opinion on that.
It's not. It's lazy host.
Wow, you're bringing it. You're bringing a lot of attitude on the first day of the year.
The Attitude Era.
Yeah,
it
the
is.
attitude
You let
era.
him right
Here
into
we
it.
go. The attitude era.
All right, kids. Well, Friday.
All right.
We'll be doing this. I'll be pouring chili all over you, Mace.
Nice,
And
fantastic.
licking it off.
I look
Friday.
forward to
it was
that.
in Manhattan Beach. Have a good
Disgusting.
have a good show.
That
with
would be
Bergman.
great for you.
Have a good show with Bergman.
By the way, it is a Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday. Thanks to Michelob Ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Rams will play on Wild Card Monday night against the Vikings 1 week from tonight at SoFi. We're all over it for you all day long here, Rams football on 710 ESPN. So Bergman in the big chair today.
Let's go. I'm excited for this.
So Lakers lose last night, and a couple of takeaways from that game coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Still throwing it down.
Backdoor cut to LeBron and a thunder dunk. Beautiful pass, and LeBron slams it home.
Guess who's back? Still hitting big shot after big shot.
Three-pointer. Good again! Who is this guy? That's the oldest player in the league?
Live every thrill of LeBron and the Lake Show on 710 ESPN.
Still running the game, still.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then, the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gat. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gat has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gat knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gat Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gat today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergat.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Time out. Your body goals don't have an off season. GNC is ready to help you get a stronger start on the new year with help building more muscle and proven weight loss support. Need a boost? We're ready with GNC vitamins for your longest winter days. Want the best energy drinks? They're at GNC. Never tried creatine before? Get ready to be amazed. GNC coaches are ready to help you in stores everywhere, and you can shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. GNC, live well.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
What's up, people? It is January 6th. A lot of people going back to work for the very first time in 2025. So far, so good.
2025 starting today.
Yeah,
for a lot of people.
Most of us have been here every day.
Yeah, just about. Yeah,
New Year's Eve I was.
Yeah, New Year's Eve, not
Did a lot
so
of
much.
bowl games.
Did a lot of bowl
bowl
games.
games. I heard some best ofs while I was gone.
I'd get like a day or two around every random day
Yeah,
off.
it's nice. Yeah.
it is
Well,
nice.
you got a big trip.
I did. So
Yeah.
I'm very, very happy with that.
Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
went
was
to
beautiful.
Kauai, which is beautiful.
Oh, amazing.
So I wanted to talk a little bit, and we'll get to the Rams because the Rams are headed to the playoffs. It is next Monday. They'll play the Vikings at SoFi Stadium. But I wanted to touch on what we saw last night from the Lakers. And I'll tell you what, my initial reaction was, you can't teach young.
Yeah.
They are a really dynamic young team. That Amen Thompson, that Jalen Green, both really, really terrific players.
And Amen Thompson actually came into the starting lineup because another young guy, Jabari Smith Jr., was out.
Yeah.
And he came in, I think he had like 16 rebounds, 23 points. He went crazy. You know who they remind me of? The Kings from 2 years ago, the Sacramento Kings. Young, they push the ball up the floor after misses or makes and just keep on going right at you. And they get into the middle of the paint, too. They can't shoot the ball well from outside, but consistently in the middle of the paint.
Yeah, I think the one thing I'll say about the Lakers is I think they're playing really well. I know they lost last night. I think they're playing really well. There are a lot of reasons for optimism. They're 20-15. They're in the 5 seed right now. They would avoid the play-in tournament. I mean, this team has a chance in January to really make, as you pointed out in their schedule, really great opportunity.
This is a crazy easy portion of the schedule. If they're not somewhere between 10 and 15 games above 500 after January, something went wrong.
Right.
They have nobody good on their schedule. Maybe a game here or there against like the Clippers and a couple hard games.
Yeah.
But for the most part, every single game is against teams under 500. It's a very easy part of the schedule. I just wonder what's going to happen. Is this going to be something that forces them to make a move, or something that they say, okay, we're actually pretty good and let's just keep it as is?
I think they make a move. I think they absolutely make a move. I don't know, it's hard to forecast exactly what it would be. They clearly, and this is looking at last night and during the course of the season, they are missing a big man because they got just crushed on the boards last night. They did not their defensive rebounding was terrible.
Their defensive rebound was abominable.
Atrocious.
Yes, very much so. But I looked at that game and I saw Steven Adams and I said, that's the type of guy the Lakers need. Just a big guy that comes in, plays 10 to 20 minutes a game. He'll get you offensive rebounds. He's a big plotter like Momo was talking about, and just gives a guy like Anthony Davis a little bit of rest because he gives Şengün a rest for Houston and does everything. He had so many offensive rebounds over and over, even just tipping out to guys.
Yeah, I mean, Adams and Şengün both really, really good. So, but again, I was gone for the holiday, followed. They're playing pretty damn well.
They're playing well enough right now. I mean, if you're looking at this team, do you think, okay, this team's winning a championship?
No.
No, they're still not there.
Let's I mean, we can be honest about this. No. But I don't know that there's not a move out there that puts them into championship contention.
Right. You don't think there is a move?
No, I'm saying I don't know that there's not. Like, there could be something.
But, like, what would it be?
I mean, there are names floating around. People, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but De'Aaron Fox's name has surfaced. It would be really difficult to make a trade, but I love the idea of De'Aaron Fox with LeBron and AD.
Oh, see, that sounds amazing. However, I think we talked about it on Friday with Ireland. If you'd want to do that De'Aaron Fox trade, Rui, Austin, Dalton, probably Gabe Vincent. You have to give up and picks,
to
get
him.
You
have to give up your picks.
That's a lot of stuff.
But
for
De'Aaron Fox is a tremendous player.
Sure, I think he has another year, and then
but they would sign him.
Well, yeah, they would sign him. But the fact is, you can kind of let him. Maybe you can wait a little bit longer for him and try and get him when he's done with his contract.
Right.
And bring him over.
I just
trade for him.
In the short term, the number of impact players out there is limited. I mean, the big names obviously are Brandon Ingram, Jimmy Butler, De'Aaron Fox. Those are the three big names that are out there.
So that's why I don't think you go with the big names overall. I really liked what they did with DFS and Shake Milton. I don't know what Shake Milton's going to be.
No, he's a guy.
He's just a guy.
Yeah.
But I like what they did with DFS just because it seems like a move that says, like, okay, we'll give up a little bit, but we're still going to try and tinker around the edges. So if they can go out and get a big man, somebody that's doesn't cost a lot, somebody that just can give you those 10 to 15 minutes a game, and maybe another ball handler, I think you're in a good spot.
Here's the thing that confuses
keep everything.
I don't disagree with you. Like, I think Jonas Valanciunas would make a ton of sense.
Sure.
He'd make a ton of sense. But as Momo said to us on the show, the Lakers don't want a plotter.
But why?
He's definitely a plotter. Plodder, plotter.
Let's play that out, though. Why would the Lakers not want a plotter? Would you call
probably they want to play fast. They want to get up and down fast.
They're not doing that now. And with LeBron, you really can't.
Well, I would say with a young athletic big, like for example, the trade I think Walker Kessler would be terrific.
No, he'd
Walker
be great.
Kessler would be terrific. He's young. He's ascending. He's cost controlled. You could make a deal for him, and I think he would make a difference. I don't think he puts him over the top, but I don't think you get cleaned up on the defensive boards like you do if you've got Walker Kessler down there.
No, I completely agree. I just don't know if that's a move they can make, and also why Utah would even make that move.
Well, they're sort of shuffling everything, looking for draft picks right now.
Again. But you have a 23-year-old center that can kind of do everything. If you're Utah, wouldn't that be something you'd want to hold on to?
Yes, I think so. But again, just the smoke out there is that they're interested in moving him.
Sure. And also, Danny Ainge is the GM of the Jazz.
Correct.
And that is always right. He's not going to make a deal with the Lakers and
it will not be a Laker-friendly deal.
No, it will not be a fair deal in the slightest. So, I'd love a big. I don't know who that person's going to be. I just don't think that. I think a guy like Clint Capella would be great.
Clint Capella would be great. He's not having a great year. It's actually his softest season I think he's had.
Probably, but they just played Atlanta, and he can bang down below. He can get you offensive rebounds. He can find his way to the basket a few times. I think he would.
Yeah,
be
he's
the
a double-double. He's a double-double.
That's all you need. It's only 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20. So that's the biggest thing for me for the Lakers.
All right, coming up next for you. We are going to spin the wheel of questions. I wanted to, this Friday, we're doing a live show.
Yes, we are.
We're doing a live show.
I'm Doug.
And I'm Damon.
And we want to buy your house.
Let Seller's Advantage show you how we can give you more.
No fees, no commissions, and no...
It's at 9 with Travis DeMarco, me in Ireland, 9 to noon, or noon to 3. Sedano and Cap, 3 to 6. We're all doing our shows live and in person. Huge giveaways, including, Morales just told us, tickets to see Rams versus Vikings Monday night at SoFi.
That's a huge reason to come down just for that.
So are we giving the people, like, is there a bit? Is there a gag? Is there are we doing something?
Well,
we having a freak off? What's happening?
A freak off?
A freak off.
Dance off, like a dance off.
I thought you were like going.
No.
Let's be honest. Do you really want to do that with me there? I mean,
You would beat everybody.
Right. Yeah, no,
exactly.
Bergman would
let's just
beat
put
everybody.
me off to the side. And then if you guys want to do a freak off.
A freak off? I don't think I want to
like
do
the
a
name.
freak off.
You and Cappy doing a freak off. You did.
Well, you guys did the twerk thing.
yeah, you
That's
did the
where I was
twerk
going.
off.
I'm sorry.
But is not a freak off? Is that not what
No,
Diddy
it's
was
not.
doing?
No, whoa,
Yes,
no,
yes.
that's
Nobody's
not what
bringing
I was
baby
thinking.
oil around here,
No.
okay?
Why would you go there?
Because I think that's
Why
what
not?
they actually called it.
Did they call it a freak off?
I meant the twerking, okay? It just went to freak off.
Yeah,
I don't know
Sean
why.
Diddy calls freak off. This is not a
that how you
freak
got
off
it?
on
Even
Friday.
Nicky Glazer
That's
had a
on
couple
you,
jokes
Laura.
about it yesterday.
I meant twerk off, and it went freak off.
You were
freak off.
reading too much about the Diddy saga, okay?
Yeah, it freaks me out. Suspected freak off party.
No baby oil included
No
on Friday.
baby oil, exactly. All right, spin the wheel of questions next. One to see out there Friday at Islands in Manhattan Beach, Mason and Ireland. Bergman's in for John, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greenie.
I was in Palm Springs this weekend with some buddies. We played golf and had some drinks and hung out and stuff. We were in bed every night by 9:30.
Nice.
It was so pathetic.
That's how you throw it down, though.
It was so pathetic.
That's not
Like,
pathetic.
it is, because we're all in our 50s, or one of them's just shy of his 50th birthday. And we're like playing golf. We're having a good time. We're and then we stop. We have lunch, have a few more drinks, go out and play golf again. Go back to the bar at the clubhouse after a few more drinks. What do you guys want to do? Let's just call it a night.
Nice. I
But
bet
you
your
had,
feet
like,
were
a
so happy.
Yeah.
Whole ass day of fun.
Oh, we had no. We had a great time. But it was also one of these, like, when you're 25, you're like, we're going out.
Yeah.
We're going out. We went and got a pizza and came back and watched a movie.
God bless you. I love that.
Awesome.
Absolutely. I
I'm
love that.
36 and I love all
Yes,
that.
I bet your feet were so happy. See?
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco.
on 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
All right, what do we got here?
All right. Oh, it's like right on time.
Yeah, it was right on the money. All right, so I went to a show over the break, Broadway-style show called Once Upon a Mattress. It was excellent. It was at the Amundsen Theater. So on the stage, they had the conductor, right? So the conductor is on the stage conducting the orchestra. And this is my question. Why do they need a conductor? Why can't everybody just do their job without somebody, like, go ahead and hit it there, Brian. What? You really need this?
Well, because you're going, that's just the rhythm and the tempo, and you're following along, and he's telling the cymbals.
Just play your part. You don't need somebody to.
Then you go to the flutes.
Yeah.
You need to be led.
No, you don't need to be led. Just play your song, play your part. I don't know why you need the conductor part of it.
Because it would all fall apart.
It would not.
Everything
You
would
ever
fall
seen
apart.
Whiplash?
What?
You ever seen Whiplash?
Yeah,
It's like
are you
Greg said,
rushing
it's
or are you
all
dragging?
Yeah, it's all tempo.
Yeah, it is all tempo. You're right about that.
So
yeah.
that was a great call, Brian.
Yeah. It's funny. I saw J.K. Simmons is in most movies now. I don't know if you've noticed.
He's in everything.
He is in
He's
every
voices
single
in cartoons.
movie. That guy made the most of that drummer teacher role.
But he's
had.
been around for a long time. Yeah, he's a great actor.
All right, that didn't go. So you think yes or no on conduct? I think you don't need one.
It says it's to unify performers here.
Yeah.
And to set the tempo and execute clear preparations of beats, listen clearly and critically to shape the sound of the ensemble and control the interpretation and pacing of the music.
Altos, go.
Go.
They need to be led.
Drums, go.
Got some good form there.
Yeah.
That's good
No,
form.
it's kind of funny to watch it. But all right. So
They get really into it, too. It's like, da, da, da.
Oh, they're
they're
fully into it.
so into it.
Were they on the stage or like below
They
the
were
stage?
kind of like above the stage. You could see the conductor the entire time. And she was an entertaining conductor. Like she was dancing a little bit. She was giving it the old.
Nice. Did they have the wand too?
She had the wand.
Right. It's like
yeah.
Harry Potter out there.
And
as
she'd
well.
do the like horns. And then,
Horns, go.
Horns. It was a good show.
She has to point them.
And I think conducting would be an extremely easy job.
Okay, you think you could do it?
I could absolutely.
I think you could do it.
Who's our opera guy? Is our orchestra guy Dudamel? Do we still got Dudamel?
Dieter Rule.
No, it's not. It's either Dudamel or Dieter. I don't know which one it is.
Why
But
not
one
Dieter
of them.
Rule?
One of them runs our
He
orchestra.
plays the organ. He probably has to know a little bit about
Probably
how to do
does.
that.
Dieter Rule is an excellent organist.
Amazing.
Yeah,
For the
he's
Dodgers
so
and
good,
the
and the
Kings.
Kings.
Yeah.
All right, there you have that. I wanted to talk about the Rams a little bit. So I said going in to yesterday, and I think this is probably McVay's attitude. Let the chips fall where they may. We are going to rest Matthew Stafford. We're going to rest Kyron Williams. We're going to sit Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. We're going to sit as many of our starters as we can to stay healthy. Even then, it didn't work because Blake Corum broke his arm.
That's awful.
So he's gone for the postseason. But and I don't think he was worried whether it was Detroit or Minnesota or Washington. He was just going to let the chips fall where they may and play whoever, because I don't think there's any reason to be afraid of any of those three teams.
No, I don't think any of them are terrifying. What was happening?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, I told him something in his ear.
Oh, it came fully through, so
Yeah.
I heard all of that. But either way, I don't think it matters. What's
Yeah,
up, Carlo?
come on, Carlo.
What's it? Now I'm lost of where we're talking
Yeah,
about.
we're talking
anymore.
about
Everything's all-
Vikings, Lions.
Oh yeah, Vikings. So it doesn't. I don't think it really matters. You're right. It doesn't matter. Overall, all those teams are beatable. I don't think there's a team in the NFC that's really not beatable. Maybe Philly. Philly has a chance to be.
Philly just killed us.
Really, really good, but I don't think there's anybody else that you're should be afraid of by any means. Not
No.
even Detroit. I think Detroit is who you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, Detroit was a cool story. I didn't if they play like they played last night, I don't want to play them.
Yeah.
Last night they were great. They had Sam Darnold just on the ropes the entire game. Hang on, I want to take a break.
Go ahead.
So Carlos
Hi, Carlo.
here, Carlos Saisu, who runs our what's your official title, Carlo?
It's that one, wrong one.
Digital content.
Digital content manager. So everything you see and hear from the station goes through Carlo. So Carlo, you were a conductor at some point?
That doesn't surprise me, by the way.
I was a conductor in high school. I was an assistant drum major for the Walnut High School marching band.
Yep.
And I was a proud conductor and kept my tempo. And you guys were talking about being a conductor.
So it looks like being a conductor is easy. Like I could
conduct.
I could conduct. I mean,
Here.
Do Flight of the Bumblebee.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
Every down beat is the important one. So
Right.
Here's your
Okay. Down.
Stick/knife.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hit down hard. You're gonna go down, down, out, up.
Yeah, that's playing well on the radio, but if you're on YouTube, you got it. I'm
What
holding
does
the plastic
down,
knife.
down, out
That's
mean?
the beat,
So you're
I
marking
guess.
down beats.
Yeah,
down beats. Okay.
So as a musician, you're looking for the down beats, and then there's also tempo changes.
Yeah, tempo changes is the other big key. So apparently, conductors are necessary.
So
Carlo was saying.
if a flute, if you go up instead of down, will the flautist go up instead of down?
Flautist.
Flautist.
The flautist.
Flautists actually sound good right now. So I don't know.
Flautist does sound good.
Yeah.
Someone told me it was flautist and not flutist.
Carlo, how many
wanna
followers
flauta.
do we have on social media now? 1,000,006?
We are at
1,000,007?
1,030,000.
That is
literally
awesome.
doing the numbers right now. So
That is
good
awesome.
way to kick off or celebrate 2024.
Where do we got the most?
We got Facebook.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, Facebook still
We're
is.
still big with the old crowd.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my mom
Follows,
loves
right?
the
I hope
Facebook.
so.
Yeah, she follows. All her news is from Facebook. All of
I
it.
don't know if that's
All
a
of her
good thing.
recipes.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's a terrible thing. But she'll randomly say things. Well, the famous one is she told us that while Simone Biles was competing for the gold medal last summer that she was pregnant. I'm like, no, she was not. Where did you hear that? Facebook. Come on, Mom.
Well, the algorithm's telling her whatever she's been looking at
Whatever she's
consistently.
been looking at, yeah.
Sounds legit.
Yeah. All right, Carlo, Happy New Year's to you.
No fake news coming out of ESPN Los Angeles.
No,
though.
none.
Never.
None. It's all coming out of
It's
Facebook.
all fact.
Exactly.
At all times.
All right, coming up next, going to do the very first, well, technically, the very first sports graffiti of 2025. You got the Rams in the playoffs. You got the Lakers lose last night, but I think playing really, really well right now. Maybe you're a Chargers fan. You're going to Buffalo, which is an incredibly tough spot. Huge underdogs on the road. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. This is 15, 20 seconds to say whatever it is you want to say. Could be a Happy New Year, could be a shout out, whatever you got. 877-710-ESPN, and we will do it next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
So don't miss out. Call 833-3-NEXGEN today to take advantage of this limited time offer. NextGen is the name you can trust for home comfort and reliability. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. 833-3-NEXTGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your $88 drain cleaning appointment today.
Breaking news. My friend Ryan Walker from Imagine Dragons just texted to say the Chargers are playing Houston and not Buffalo. My bad. Houston, not Buffalo.
Oops.
I didn't want to sound like an idiot. But
Hey, Ryan.
Too late.
When are you going to get Mason to go to a
when
a
am I
barbecue?
going to get to go to a Dan Reynolds barbecue? Come on, Ryan Walker,
That's what
let's
you talked
roll.
about earlier. Come on,
Exactly.
make it happen.
All right, coming right back, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's D-Far, and the Waste Management Phoenix Open isn't just a golf tournament. It's the ultimate sports party, and Absolute Sport has your VIP tickets to all the action. Exclusive access to the Rowdy 16th hole, luxury accommodations, the brand new 9 Lounge, your spot for gourmet food, premium drinks, a DJ, and top-notch views. Absolute Sport takes care of everything, so all you have to do is enjoy every single moment. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and tee up an unforgettable time.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, sports graffiti. Here we go. Let's start out with Fabian. Fabian, you're on the radio. Sports graffiti, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Chargers, 11-6.
Yeah.
Going to the playoffs as 5th seed. Going to Houston, which I feel pretty good about. I think we can go and take that win on the road.
I think it was.
Oh yeah.
I think
no,
it
no,
was.
No, don't play me.
Yeah. No, I think
Don't
that
play
was
me.
a good. That is a good matchup. That was better than. Better than going to Buffalo, better than going to Baltimore. Much better spot, I think, for the Chargers. I think the Chargers got a chance to win that game.
Yeah, they probably do, actually. I just feel like they're like the Clippers. Until they actually do something, I always think they're going to blow it. This is going to be another blown game.
Yeah.
Just like any other Charger game in the playoffs.
Brian?
Remember Jacksonville?
Brian, reaction.
Worm's turn, baby.
Worm's turn.
Nobody thought we'd be here. We got the best matchup we could in the first round. It's looking good.
There you go.
It's looking good.
Just
Brian.
remember Jacksonville.
Resident Chargers fan. Let's go to Sargis. You're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, man.
All right, it's Sargis. You had it right. I want to give a shout-out to all the pro wrestling fans. Today is a historic day. It's happening in L.A. No one's really covering it, but it's the new Raw on Netflix.
Yeah.
All the heavy hitters are going to be there. And I really think Michael Thompson should have a weekly show covering wrestling, and I think it'll shatter all records on ESPN 710. That's
all
my
records?
take.
All records.
Every record.
Yeah. Hey,
all of them.
I'll tell you what, Sargis. I think
the wrestling community is huge.
It is huge, and I'll tell you what. This is a big night. This is the first night. Netflix is now in the professional wrestling game. This first night you're going to see it there. It's going to have a worldwide audience because it's Netflix, and I think it's going to be a gigantic deal. Just the beginning of what Netflix is capable of doing. It's an Intuit Dome tonight.
Very cool. But I think his point about Michael Thompson doing a show for wrestling would be amazing. He should absolutely do one. However, you need to actually get him into a building to that.
Just give him a Comrex and let him roll.
Oh, no.
Oh, no,
He
Michael with the
can't use-
Comrex? No,
He
no.
cannot use a
true.
Comrex.
Can't Julie help him?
Do you remember during the pandemic he tried to go on the late night show
Oh,
with the
God,
Kamenetskis?
that was a nightmare.
And it was just, he's like, Julie,
I need to...
on camera.
Yeah.
Julie, what am I doing? Julie.
Probably not his jam. Yeah, but I hope it's a great night for wrestling fans. I just talked to O'Shea Jackson Jr. We were talking about baby faces and heels.
Yeah.
And we decided that I am the baby face and Ireland is the heel. What do you think?
100%.
Yeah,
Ireland's
does that
the
pretty
heel.
much line up?
Ireland is the heel for sure.
And we do have kayfabe around the station. Do we not?
Do we? Who?
Kayfabe. Kayfabe is the stories around, like we've got stories, narratives like they have in professional wrestling. They call that the kayfabe.
Oh, I've never heard that saying before.
See,
I don't know wrestling.
Shay and I are wrestling.
You're in sync.
Steve
You're like
Mason,
this.
big wrestling guy.
He's teaching me wrestling one podcast at a time.
Are you actually listening to his podcast?
No, he's coming on mine. Let's go to Mike. Mike, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Mike.
I want the Lakers to find a way to get Jordan Clarkson back.
You know what? I don't think that's impossible. Yeah,
totally doable, and he would fit perfectly.
Yeah, go ahead. Why, man?
Well, they traded away D'Lo to get DFS.
Yep.
Which I thought was a good move, but I mean, you gave away your backup point guard. We need another one.
Yep. All right. Good. Interesting take. I think that's Jordan Clarkson does make sense. You could conceivably, I've liked all along, a trade that would get us Walker Kessler and Jordan Clarkson. To me, that's a really good trade.
Yeah, you're getting everything.
You're
that
getting
you
a
need
big and you're getting a great 6-man.
And he's probably Clarkson can't be that expensive,
No,
right?
I don't think he can.
No,
he is kind of instant offense.
Wait, this is with the Lakers, so no, that can't be right. He's making 14. That's way better than D'Lo's contract. So yeah, that's totally doable.
Yeah,
14 for next year.
I like that. I like that. Let's go to Thomas. Thomas, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Thomas.
Hey, how you guys doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's to you.
Hey, I just want to say, go Chargers, man. We're going to beat the Texans this weekend.
Somebody
hey,
already
stop
did
hating
that.
on the Chargers, man.
Wait a minute. Can I just
coach in Jacksonville?
Yeah, you would say that again. The coach of Jacksonville, Doug Peterson, is gone.
No, I said Brandon Staley was an incompetent coach.
Oh, yeah.
When we lost to Jacksonville.
Right. Yeah, Bergman will keep bringing that up. I am totally and completely neutral on the Chargers. I do not root against them.
You are free to do as you please.
Thank you, and I will. I don't need your permission slip for that.
I will never say a good word about the Chargers.
Well, because you're a Raiders fan.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I've got friends now who are Chargers fans. Those people on the phone, Brian,
Thomas,
Logan from the gym.
Yeah, Logan from the gym is obviously the important one in all of this.
But there is a guy named Logan who is a Chargers fan.
But either way, the Chargers and the Clippers go hand in hand no matter what. They just don't. At least the Chargers have made a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the Clippers have never made the finals.
Correct.
So I'll give them that. But either way, they have not won anything. Until they do, they mean nothing.
Right. Okay.
It's fair.
I think they've had a really good bounce back year from last year, and Jim Harbaugh is a really good coach.
He is a good coach. They have a lot of things that are set up well. I'm saying nice things about him, but
There you go.
but they are a good team. But they will fall apart when it matters most, just like the Clippers.
Laura, let me ask you. We gave you the guest list, the proposed guest list last week. Jim Harbaugh was on it. So was who else was on it? Justin Herbert was on it.
Come on now.
How'd we do?
Well, we don't have them on today.
Oh,
I just came back for the show. I was working on another show.
Nothing yet. Nothing today.
Nothing yet.
All right.
She's got time.
Yeah, I know. Plenty of time. Let's go
Beginning
to
of 2025.
Nadav. I think that's the name. Nadav, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, man. How do I say your name?
You nailed it. That was amazing.
Excellent.
It's
Excellent.
Nadav. Yeah, thank you. Two quick things. One, it's up to Kicker the Dicker, Dicker the Kicker, sorry, to break the Nate Kading curse, because that's, been haunting us for years. But for the Lakers, I really think that they need to buy into being an abusive kind of team when they're getting the offensive rebound, staying big, like you guys were talking about. I think the focal point of getting a big center, they can be more bruising, and that's how they're basically taking out these teams of slowing it down and kind of causing some more impact than what the NBA is usually used to.
Yeah, okay, that's a good take, man. Yeah, I think there's no question
Absolutely.
they need to add a big.
Absolutely. You cannot allow as many offensive rebounds as they allowed last night to Houston. They would have won that game.
Oh,
if
they would have.
did.
I mean, they only had 10 turnovers in the game. They played really well. It was the boards at the defensive end that just killed them.
I mean, even LeBron, who was averaging a lot of turnovers before he went on that little hiatus.
Yep.
He had zero going into the third quarter, and he didn't have one till way late. So yeah, they held the ball.
Yeah, they
very
gave
nicely.
up 18 offensive rebounds.
Oh, it was
for
so
28 second chance points with 21 extra field goal attempts.
Cut it in half.
Yeah.
You win that game.
Yep. And by the way, playing from behind on the road is really, really tough. They were down 22, scrapping back into that. Took all the
they were
energy
right
they
there.
had. Yeah,
Right
and they were
there.
in it. They were in it. Let's go to Trey. Trey, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Trey.
Hey, guys. Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Last weekend was my birthday on Saturday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I want to say a couple of things. Thank you, guys. First of all, as far as the Rams go, congratulations to the Rams for making the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome. I don't think we need to fear anybody in the NFC. We can respect them, but I think that we have the best coach. I think we have the best quarterback, and I think we have a nice squad, and I think we can do pretty well in the NFC.
All right, man. I do agree with you 100%. Sean McVay now has been here 8 years, made the playoffs 6 times.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's just an elite head coach. And by the way, the other thing is, look at the other careers he's launched, whether it's Zach Taylor in Cincinnati, Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota, Matt LaFleur in Green Bay. I mean, all these guys come from his school. Brandon Staley, but he was a defensive coordinator, right?
Sure, yes, he was.
It was never made sense. He was a defensive coordinator who played quarterback in college.
Right.
And
So he was supposed to be the genius.
Didn't quite make sense.
He was not a genius. And by the way, last year they started off 3-6, made the playoffs. This year they started 1-4, made the playoffs.
God, I wish I knew somebody who kept bringing up that 3-6 when they
over
were
and
1
over
and
again.
4.
Look, I'll give you complete credit.
Over and over
You
again.
get full credit for being strong about that for over and over again.
Yep.
But he is a very good. If you have a good coach, a good quarterback, and a good line, you're probably in a good space.
Speaking of which, a great owner and a great general manager.
It goes
All
up
those
and down.
things lined up. Yeah. Let's go to Will. Will, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Will.
Hey,
Sup,
what's
Will?
up, guys? I just want to shout out my wife and kids. They sell these beatable pens, customizable beatable pens with the Disney characters on top.
Oh, nice.
They work really hard. They're really cool. I just want to shout them out. J&M Workshop on TikTok. Go ahead and check them out, guys. We go on live on the evenings. So
okay,
we try to go on. Yeah, we try to go on every night. Check us out. They're beautiful, man. They're nice pens. We even got the Funko Mini.
Thanks, Will.
The football teams.
Awesome, man.
Check them out.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. What, you were ready to bum rush Will right off the show.
No, not at all.
Like,
Just
I'm out.
Look, we work for
No,
Disney. We work for Disney.
He's in the middle.
He's taking Disney
in the
characters.
middle of
I
a
don't know.
thought.
It just felt a little odd because
In the
we
middle
work
of
for
a thought,
Disney.
you said, "Thanks, Will."
No, I said
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
He let him go long.
I did. But again, we work for Disney. He's taking Disney characters.
I'm just saying, you don't want to cease and desist, man. Like
I don't know anything about it.
Good luck.
But good luck.
Good luck. 100% good luck.
Let's talk to our friend Mitch for the first time in 2025.
What's
Mitch,
up, Mitch?
you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, man?
What's poppin'? Happy New Year to you guys.
You too.
I'm with the Chargers too. I think they can win ugly. They win ugly. The offense has been kind of like low, but the defense it's been great. So we'll take good quarterback play, great defense. I'm looking forward to the Kansas City matchup.
All right, there you go. There's Mitch. What the hell's going on? Where did these Charger fans come from?
A whole lot.
All
no,
of
no,
us
no.
love
They
it.
come out from behind their
No,
rock
it's like
when
you,
it gets close
you
to playoff
turn
time.
over the rock and all the Charger fans scurry out.
It's like Scorpions out.
That's exactly what happens.
Like-
Hey, I've been here the whole time, all right?
Yeah, no, Brian,
You have. I'll give you
Brian,
that.
I almost said something else, like a different little insect, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
Brian.
no.
I mean, you probably should have. It's fine.
Yeah,
Little
totally
roaches?
fine.
Yeah, the roaches. Yeah, they're all little roaches.
All right, so there's your Sports Graffiti. Nice work today. I thought that was a good one. Aside from all the Charger love.
Yeah, well, that was really weird.
Well, Anthony's a
one
Charger
of those
fan,
guys
too.
might have been Logan from the gym. Anthony's a
another
big
one.
Charger
Yeah, there's
fan.
like 5 Charger
I don't
fans
get it.
in this office. by
Ethan,
the way.
right? No, Ethan.
Ethan is a
I've,
Charger fan.
I've often wondered what it's
Anthony
like.
is.
Anthony, have you been to a Chargers game at SoFi?
Yeah, he has.
He has.
Yeah.
So what?
They were at the same game.
Yeah.
We
were
yeah.
you really?
The
So
Bucs game.
what's it like to be at a Charger? I know what it's like to be at a Rams game. What's it like to be at a Chargers game? Is it like rocking? Are there a lot of fans? How's it go?
Pre-game, pretty rocking. They do a very good like game day presentation when all that game kicks off and everything.
Right.
The game I was at, I was sitting with Buck fans, so it wasn't too much of a Charger fan.
Okay, got it.
The place is rocking.
Yeah. So whose house?
We don't do that.
That's because it's Rams' house. All right. Hey, you can join us this Friday for our first 7-10 event of 2025. It's going down at the Islands in Manhattan Beach for an all-day live broadcast. Wild Card Weekend. Starts at 9 a.m. on Friday with Travis and DeMarco, me in Ireland at noon, and then Shadano and Cap at 3. We're all doing our shows live and in person. Huge giveaways, including including Rams versus Vikings tickets for Monday at SoFi Stadium. That's Islands in Manhattan Beach, 3200 North Sepulveda Boulevard. We will see you on Friday. I want a big crowd there. I want a big crowd.
Yeah, we got to do something.
We got to put on a big show. Milk crate challenge. How about
no,
that?
absolutely not.
No, that's worse than the freak off.
Challenge. I will totally do the milk crate challenge.
No.
And then
What's
you'll
wrong with
die.
that?
And you'll die.
But will people show up?
No.
Will people show up to
I
see
would
the milk
rather
crate
you
challenge?
jump off a car into a burning table like
No.
the Bills
Can
fans
we do that?
than go on the milk crate
No.
Can we do that?
challenge.
None of the above.
The milk crate challenge seems easy to me.
No.
Have you actually watched anyone do the
Yeah,
milk crate challenge?
they're not coordinated.
They're also not smart by doing that.
Because
so
they're
no.
doing the milk crate
Yeah,
challenge.
because they're not coordinated like me. Coordination
Yes,
is my.
Maybe do
you
like
and
a TikTok
coordination,
dance or
yeah.
something, Mace. Do a TikTok dance.
No, I'm not. I don't want to do a TikTok.
Can Morales take chili and pour it all over you and lick
Ew,
it off?
that's
no,
gross.
I do not want that
I think
at
that
all.
would do really well
That
on
would be
social media. We
disgusting.
can get it on
Disgusting.
TikTok. We can get it on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
Got the whole thing.
All right, so I got something for you, Bergman.
What's that?
The former UCLA head coach who's happier than he's been in years.
Former.
That's coming up next.
Oh,
Mason
no.
and Ireland. Bergman in for John, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason and Ireland.
I mean, come on.
By the way,
ESPN LA and
believe
Beverly
Sammy
Hills
Davis
Ortho are
Jr.
teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
That's code TRAV on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
I got pretty fat over the break.
You got fat?
Yeah.
What do you mean
well,
you got fat over the break?
Fatter.
What do you mean?
You know I do my weigh-ins.
You gained weight over the break.
Yeah.
It's the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
What was the biggest culprit?
Alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Alcohol.
That happens.
It's Trav and D-Far.
Back tomorrow morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Derrick Henry, the leading rusher in the NFL. That's the name you can't think
for
of.
a second, yeah. Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
There's a little Imagine Dragons.
It's the second Imagine Dragons song today?
Oh, because Ryan Walker texted a little bit earlier. He's still supposed to get me to a Dan Reynolds barbecue at some point. You know what I was thinking about going to see is the Killers are at Yamava in February.
They're supposed to put on a great show. I would love to see them.
Always wanted to see the Killers. That is a great band.
I haven't seen them, but I've heard
Another
great things.
Vegas band, also from Vegas.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah. Ryan.
I don't know their names. I don't know any of their
Imagine
names.
Dragons also from Vegas. Dan Reynolds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, all right. So I got a little thing teed up here. So back in the day, when I was programming a music station, and this would have been
WNEW?
No, it was WRQN.
Okay.
WRQN.
I love when you do that voice.
And we used to play everything. Like you would play all the hits, and it didn't matter if it was a particular sound. Like now, Kiss FM you listen to, the music is all the same.
You were Jack FM before Jack
correct.
FM.
We were playing everything.
Yeah.
Right?
We play what we want.
Correct. So this was an actual segue we had. This is the number one song from, I don't know, some year, Laura.
70s? No.
This was a big hit. Do you remember this? This was the number one song.
I need to hear the hook. I don't know what it is otherwise.
Yeah, you really don't? I know this. You don't know this song?
I have no idea what song
Laura,
this is.
do you know this song?
I just know it's Dolly Parton in there.
That's it. Yeah, we got to get to the hook for you to know it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I remember a specific moment.
That one?
Where I went from.
Oh, I know the song.
There it is.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, Islands in the Stream, directly into. So you don't hear that today. This train, you don't hear like the train wreck of this song going into this song. It's all smooth. We used to play everything. Everything.
Like this is a tough transition.
It is.
That is a tough
Into
transition.
jump.
That's the
I
way-
don't think even Jack does that hard.
That's the way we rolled at WRQN.
WRQN.
1983 was
It's just
released.
were you just sitting
Islands
there?
in the
You're all
Stream.
coked up, and you're like, oh, let's
I
play
was
that
not
one.
coked up. What are you talking about?
What?
Coked up?
I'm just
How
kidding.
did you make that leap?
I thought everybody was in that at that time.
I got
Like not just you, everybody.
yeah, I definitely was offered cocaine from a record guy in
mean-
order to play a song.
I mean,
See, I'm not far off.
no,
you're not.
that happens
That
a lot.
was the day. That was what that was
Exactly.
about. That was prostitutes at the parties. That was blow
Money.
Inside the
in
studios.
exchange for a record. It was all that stuff back in the
Man,
days.
I'll give you this if you play so-and-so's record.
Totally true. It definitely did work.
No.
I mean,
Oh.
it didn't.
I was like, it still happens now.
It didn't work at
Oh,
all.
no,
none
it-
of those things
it
ever
didn't
worked.
work.
But that's a tough transition.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So you were sitting there and you just decided, I feel like this one.
Yeah. Let's make it as awkward as possible.
Was that
Let's go
actually a
Kenny
thought?
Rogers
You
into
didn't have like the
David Lee
A,
Roth.
B, C, and D songs.
I think that that's funny you say that. So
I mean,
I think at that point, Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers was an A,
That's
and
an A.
Jump was an R plus. We called it.
Okay.
A recurrent.
Recurrent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know
Inside.
you were in music. I have no idea what you're saying right now.
Okay,
I've been in sports my entire life.
Okay, so the A songs.
Okay.
If you listen to a top 40 station, you know this. The A songs play about once every 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, God.
The hits.
It was like Foo
like
Fighters back in the day on K-Rock.
The B songs play about once every 2.5 hours. Maybe.
Yeah. It just depends on the artist and the relationship with the station and all that stuff.
For
But
me,
yes.
the R pluses were recent but not current hits, and then the recurrents were like old timey songs,
yeah.
or
Like-
older songs.
Like, for example, like Nothing But a G Thing. Like, you want to
Oh,
throw it
yeah,
in
Warren
there.
G,
You know
right.
what I
Right.
mean? Like, that's a good song, but it's not a hit song. So, like,
It
when
is for
I was.
K-Day.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm saying, like, for example, when I was at Power in 2010, you had, like, Miguel and J. Cole. That was an A song.
Right.
All I Want Is You. And then all of a sudden, like, a Cube song would come on. It wasn't a hit, like a new hit, but it was a hit. So you want to play it. You
Yeah.
want to throw it in rotation.
Yeah.
Never
Got
cut your
it.
DJ off on
Yeah.
an A song.
Never cut your DJ off on an A song?
Yeah. Long story.
All right.
Okay.
One that we'll hear another time.
Yes.
Well, that's the end of that part of the show. Nah.
Nobody needs more A, B, C, D
No,
talk.
no.
Yeah.
If you're, yeah.
A block, B block, C
yeah.
block. Is on
Although
there.
I'll say this, I bought a little tape recorder
Why?
because I've got old tapes of me from WRQN and WNEW that I haven't heard in years that I'm really interested in hearing.
Why don't you make the digital?
I could, but I just want to hear it before I go through all the trouble to go through Legacy Box and all that stuff.
Yeah, so you're going to take a tape. It's going to come. It's all going to unravel.
No, I'm going to.
You're going to get a pencil and you're going to put it into the tape.
Yeah,
and
it is really
spin
old school, isn't it? It is old
Start
school.
Spinning it.
Yeah. All right, so Bergman, you're a big Chip Kelly fan.
God, he's just the worst. What if we went from Chargers to Chip Kelly? This is what you're doing to me today.
Oh,
That is
poor
correct.
Greg.
I am just picking the topics that will annoy you. So Chip Kelly left UCLA last year after last season.
Yeah, waited until January.
Waited until too late. Yep.
Jerk.
And finally dumped out because he didn't want to deal with a bunch of stuff. He just wants to coach football. So obviously he's no longer in charge of NIL and boosters and administration and recruiting and transfer portal. He's now basically a branch manager. He only needs to concern himself with X's and O's. He said it's been a lot more football and a lot less overall meetings. If you don't know, he's at Ohio State right now as offensive coordinator. I think that a head coach has to do. Sometimes I think as a head coach, you wear a lot of different hats. Obviously, as a coordinator and just coaching the quarterbacks, it's a little bit different. It's been really fun. I really enjoy being back in the meeting room with players on a day-to-day basis.
Now, do you actually believe him, or do you think he's saying this?
100% believe him.
Or do you think he's saying this because he's never going to get a head coaching job again based off of what he did?
I don't think he ever wants to be a head coach again.
Well, he shouldn't be.
Right. He doesn't.
He can't do this stuff.
By the way, a lot of people are going to left behind in the era of NIL. I mean, think about the job that you've got as a head coach. All the stuff he basically said. I mean, you've got to be the CEO. You've got to represent the school with boosters. You've got to go through the NIL. You got to go through the transfer portal. You need a general manager. All this stuff has become really, really hard, and Chip Kelly just wants to coach football.
So I also think this kind of reminds me of Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley is the CEO of that team, has to deal with NIL and deal with boosters.
Air quotes. Did you use air quotes when you said CEO?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but see, that's part of the problem. Maybe that's his next move because eventually you want to get rid of Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done.
So is his next move the same, the Chip Kelly route? I'm just an offensive coordinator, even a quarterbacks coach. He does a great job with them.
Okay, so I'm watching the college football playoff, and I see Steve Sarkisian. And I think to myself, he was at USC. Mm-hmm. We all obviously had some personal stuff, and we were done with him, and he was they got rid of him. And probably he just wasn't mature as a head coach.
Right.
Because now he knows what he's doing. And that may be the case with Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley I don't think he's even 40 yet.
He's not even 40
I don't think so.
No way.
Look that up. I think I don't
Lincoln
even
Riley
think
is 41 years old.
41,
God,
okay.
He's so young.
So he's so young. You know what? It takes a while to fill those shoes. And maybe Lincoln Riley is going to grow into a head coach with that sort of caliber, with that sort of approach. I think we got rid of Sark probably too early.
Oh, probably. But like you said, though, he had to go through that to become a good head coach. So maybe Lincoln Riley's already known as a good coach, but at this point at USC, he's just not. So you think he should go be an offensive coordinator somewhere and then go back into coaching?
I think that if you're a head coach, you got to do more than coach football. And that's not for everybody.
Yeah, and if you can actually get a GM, if you can get a CEO, then maybe you can do well. And have somebody else handle the NIL, because otherwise, this is too much for one singular person.
Well, they've got to hire a general manager. Schools have general managers now, and USC, to the best of my knowledge, has not hired one. Now, if you look ahead at USC, there are a couple of things here. First of all, Miller Moss transferred. He's going to Louisville.
Yep, he's going to do well there, too.
We saw Jaden Maeva. And that was the end of Miller Moss's time. Maeva, in my opinion, did not seal the deal as quarterback for USC next year.
Well, you brought somebody in, right? I forget what the guy's name.
Houston Longstreet.
Yeah, Longstreet.
Top 50 prospect.
Yes.
Practiced with the team in the lead up to the Vegas Bowl.
So if Lincoln Riley can get a hold of him and make him a good quarterback, that you're not just going to say, hey, Jaden Maeva, you came in here and we gave you the shot at it, and it's yours. It's the right way to go about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be a position battle, and we'll see what Hussein Longstreet is ready to do. He's from Corona Centennial. And Maeva, I just thought Maeva was played a little too wild and a little too free and a little too, just riverboat gambler kind of thing, which was what he did. It worked some of the time and it didn't work others.
Well, that's what he was able to do at a place like UNLV,
Yes.
where you don't have the same level of competition that's in the Big Ten versus what are they in the Mountain West?
Yes,
Yeah, I think
Mountain
so.
West.
Yeah, so different level of competition.
So I'm curious from you. You brought up in our morning meeting the idea that Zachariah and Zion Branch are going to Georgia.
Right.
They've made that commitment. That's a done
made
deal.
the commitment. They're going to Georgia, which to me feels like, if I'm a USC fan, are you upset that they feel like they're going to a higher level by going to Georgia?
I don't think that's the way kids look at it as. Georgia's obviously a premier program, so if you got a chance to get in there, you get in there, right?
They're going to the college football playoff every year. They're the top team in college football year after year. And if he goes there and becomes the top wide receiver there, is that an indictment on Lincoln Riley and not on Kirby Smart, or is it?
Yeah, I think it just wasn't a fit. I think people were generally. And I think he's got electric. Yeah, 31 catches in 2023, 47 catches in 2024. It had some moments. Is an explosive player if you get the ball in his hands, but never quite, in my opinion, panned out at USC.
Yeah, I wonder if that's because of Lincoln Riley or because of just the skill set.
Yeah.
It just wasn't working.
The portal is just now a joke.
Oh, it's insane.
It's now a joke. So there are approximately 15,000 Division I college football players in the country. Basically 15,000.
15,000.
How many do you think went into the transfer portal this year?
Well, definitely a couple thousand. So let's say there's 4,000.
You're close. 3,000.
Really? 3,000.
1/5 of all college football players went to the portal this year.
Well,
it's out of control.
Like UCLA is going after. This is the level that we're talking about here. You're going after people from different schools like Michigan or whatever somebody's coming in from.
Yes,
we're going to Appalachian State to get our quarterback.
Right.
Joey
I know,
Abbott.
but you just don't know. Maybe
he could be great. They're
Right.
going to pay him $1.5 million or something along those lines and bring his top receiver with him.
Sure.
Maybe that will make them pretty good. But
totally good gamble.
But that's the way that it has to go now. If you're playing well at Appalachian State, you have to go to a bigger program, but just not big enough to be, relevant.
And that's when I think it makes sense. Like, for example, a quarterback jumping from App State to UCLA, they're going to get NIL, makes sense. And a lot of really good players have gone to Division I programs based on their success at smaller schools. The one thing that nobody talks about is that a lot of these kids, which 3,000 kids, aren't going to get NIL.
No.
They're literally just looking for playing time. So they're shopping for a spot where they can actually play. And that makes this a free agent situation for all intents and purposes every year. There are 6 players that Notre Dame got in the transfer portal last year that were like the critical pieces that allowed them to get to the Final Four.
See, but that makes sense to me. If you're going to transfer based off of playing time, I understand that. But when you're going from school to school, top level school to school, and just because you're going to get a little bit more money, that I don't get. Oklahoma is a big time program in the SEC.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel went to Oregon from Oklahoma because he's made much more money.
Yeah, Cam Ward, Will Howard, all these guys jumped from other schools.
Washington State over to Miami.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I
there's
think
no regulation, so it's like they're going to
none
keep
regulation.
doing it.
None.
There needs to be regulation.
There has
eventually.
to be something because, like my thought about it is, how do you even get not just compete, but I was saying how when you get into a football program, you build, I don't want to say a bond, but there's like a thing with your coach, and when you're leaving, there's nothing. So how is that going to also affect fan base? Because there's like no attachment to a actual person.
Right. In other words, most big time programs are grabbing a quarterback with 1 extra year of eligibility and starting him. That's sort of the model now. And in the case of, I've changed my opinions. I said that I thought Bo Nix from Denver would be a bust.
No, he's been great this year.
I
Took
said
time.
I said it. He's going to be a bust. because he played so many games in college football. He played 61 games, started 61 games as a college football quarterback. And I said, well, I mean, he's a 24-year-old playing against 18-year-olds. The reality is more experience is better. I think we're going to see these quarterbacks who've got 5 years experience coming into the NFL more ready to play than we've seen in the past. That's why Bo Nix, you learn by playing, and he's played a lot.
Even Michael Penix Jr., which I know he only played a couple of games for Atlanta, but he looked like he was pretty good yesterday. He was throwing the ball all around the field. He hit Drake London a ton of times. I mean, he was in the NFL or the NCAA for quite a long time. I think 4 or 5 years. I think you're right. If you can get more experience, you're going to do better in the NFL.
By the way, Dylan Gabriel broke the record that Bo Nix had.
Right. He's little, though.
Bo Nix started 61 games in college football, and Dylan Gabriel started 63 over 6 seasons.
So is he worth a pick?
He was
next
the
year?
most experienced quarterback in NCAA history.
Wow. More than Chris Weinke?
Well, 63 games.
That's insane. Well, remember Chris Weinke was like 26
He
years
was.
old. When
He was
got
still
into
going.
the
He
NFL.
won the Heisman at like 32 years old.
Right.
All right, coming up next for you, let's circle back to Rams.
Sure.
Rams, 1 week from tonight, are playing Minnesota for Wild Card Weekend, and Bergman apparently sees problems. And I think there are issues with the Rams, particularly on offense. We will get to that coming up next. In the meantime, Jacob Emrani is our friend here. You hear him on the show all the time. If you were driving to a friend's house over the holidays or maybe this past weekend to watch a game, and bam, you're injured in an auto accident that wasn't your fault, what should you do? You call Jacob. Jacob and his team will give you a free consultation. You got nothing to lose by calling and explaining your situation. If Jacob starts working with you, you can move on with your life. Jacob and his team will find a doctor in your area that specializes in your injury. They'll also work with the auto body shop, the car rental place, all that stuff. Jacob and his team are ready to help you get back on your feet and get you the compensation that you deserve. So if you were in a car accident, motorcycle accident, Uber, Lyft, slip and fall, any other kind of personal injury, there is only one name to remember. It is Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Call Jacob. He's the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice, prizes, and more. Proud legal partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And when you call him, make sure you tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Whether you need a big stop late in the game.
Edwards downloaded DiVincenzo, blocked by Davis again. ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Do what I have to do to help the team win. Jay want me to be the hub, and but my job remains the same, to come out and be aggressive and let the team feed off of that.
LeBron's got it. Full head of steam. LeBron to AD. Slam dunk.
Catch every thrill from AD and the Lake Show this season.
Right here on 710 ESPN.
Insurance claim. Those two words used to instantly manifest a pit in my stomach. In fact, I get flashbacks of being lowballed and made to feel like a criminal. And of course, just being ignored. No insurance company is in a rush to fairly compensate clients, even though they unabashedly take our money every year. All of that's behind me now, and I'm never going back thanks to Avner Gatt. Dealing with insurance companies is all they do. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional licensed public insurance adjusters in California, and many of these people used to work for insurance companies. The team at Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle your claim. You also have some Avner Gatt adjusters with experience in handling hazardous materials, where asbestos and lead testing was their profession. Some of them used to work at law firms handling bad faith claims. Trust me, they know how to deal with any insurance claim dispute. Avner Gat covers all of Southern California with a real passion for helping people, which becomes all the more obvious when you realize Avner and his family are still the ones answering the phones. So whatever unfortunate occurrence led you to the insurance claim and subsequent abusive relationship, being lowballed, ignored, judged, know that Avner has your back. And if somehow I still haven't convinced you, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Call today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256 and online at avnergat.com.
Hey, it's DeMarco. I know a thing or two about Super Bowls. I've been there, won that. If you want to experience the big game like a pro, Absolute Sport has you covered. From premium tickets to exclusive parties to first-class accommodations, their Super Bowl packages are the MVP of the fan experience. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be a part of the action. Go to us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport to lock in your spot. Absolute Sport, it's how champions watch the Super Bowl.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then, you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen to Mason and Ireland more at 1 p.m.
Juan will look at me at some point tonight and say, "Are you even enjoying this?"
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
So in my refrigerator, I almost took a picture of this to bring in to show you guys. But
You should have.
There are 5 cans of Ready Whip right now in my
Why
fridge.
would you need 5 cans of Ready Whip? Are
I
you
mean,
using it
there's
to
reasons.
get a little high?
No. Yeah, you described this.
Not that high.
You
no.
described this.
That's not what I was thinking.
You say it's to Nas. What is Nas?
Nas.
Oh,
You,
Nas.
you push the
Is
top.
it a verb
I should-
or
are there
noun?
kids listening? Like,
Yeah,
turn
we
it
should
off
be-
right now.
yeah.
You already had
If
me
you
doing
have a-
cocaine. So.
I did. You're just a big druggie from what I know.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. I know. You take the top of the whipped cream and you just press just a little bit so that the air, that nitrous oxide comes out of it, and then it gives you a little high.
See, I don't.
It's not good for you.
Yo,
You're
it's not
killing-
good for you. You're killing brain cells,
thousands of
right?
brain cells,
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
Hard
so I'm gonna
pass
skip
on that.
All you hear is wow, 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 wow. That's it.
We need a drop of that.
Yeah, no, that's a good drop. That's a good drop. So I have a dessert every night, no matter what, because if I don't, I'm going to fall off a cliff and order donuts, right?
Until you stop. Yeah, go ahead.
Until I stop what?
Until you stop eating dessert. It's fine. Just have self-control.
I have a small dessert with a lot of Ready Whip every night.
Like how much?
Ready Whip is delicious.
Is it is with the button?
Yeah,
Like
with
you're
the
spread?
can. Exactly what you're thinking it is.
No, like how much is a lot of Ready Whip?
It's definitely
like how many times do you go in a circle?
3 circles.
You would love House
Three
of
full
Pies.
circles. Yeah,
Like
that's
I'll get a little piece of cake.
Oh,
and
a
then
little piece of
you
cake.
put 3 circles
that's a
of
lot.
Ready Whip on it.
like comes up.
It's
in a little
mostly
top.
Ready Whip.
You're eating Ready Whip with cake.
And you know what I say when I give myself Ready Whip? I say to Juan, it's the only treat I allow myself. And he says, yeah, but you're eating cake underneath it. It's not just the Ready Whip.
That is not the only treat that you're giving.
So
yourself.
we'll do Rams coming up, but I had a thought during that break. Laura came in and said, what are we going to do about NIL? And it is interesting. One of the things that I think you could do is to limit the number of times a player can go into the transfer portal. Like maybe you're allowed to transfer once. Unless your head coach leaves and then everybody's free to go.
Leaves on their own accord, not fired. Does that matter, or is it just gone? The
Gone.
coach is gone. You're allowed.
You got
to go.
recruited by that guy. That guy's your coach. If he's gone, you should go,
All right.
or you can go.
I mean, I can see that. I'm sure that could work. I want to have a salary cap. There has to be a number that no team in all of college football goes over.
Well, Ohio State is they're over the luxury tax threshold.
Right.
They are over the second apron at Ohio State. I mean, they have by far have the highest payroll of any team in college football, and they're going to win it all.
So make it like the apron. If you go over that salary cap, let's say it's $10 million, which is a lot of money. Let's say it's $10 million for all of your players. If you go over that, you cannot have any more transfers come in and out.
Right.
I think there has to be rules like that, because if this is now a professional sport,
and it is,
which it is, and you're going to have GMs, if you're hiring GMs for your school, then there has to be professional rules behind it.
Yes,
which is a salary cap.
Are agents next for the?
They already have agents.
They already have them?
Yeah, they already have
agents.
agents.
You can freely have an agent in college.
Yeah, in other words, they can negotiate your NIL deal for you, and then
that's what DeMarco and I were talking about. That I thought you couldn't.
No,
you definitely
can absolutely have them.
Yeah,
now.
you definitely can.
And Caleb Williams had one.
Yeah,
that's why he made so much money.
Or maybe they can't
caught him commercials. You weren't allowed to do commercials back in the day.
Yeah, now all that's obviously changed. Okay. Greg goes to raves. I literally have on my sheet, Greg goes to raves.
I do not currently go to raves.
When was your last rave?
Probably around
5 years ago.
No, I wish. 20, like when I was 21, 22, 23.
Oh,
wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
I have not done a hardcore drug in probably 20 years.
Yeah, I don't do.
Well, like
drugs.
I'm including like Molly or.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Whoa,
do
I've never done that.
Yeah,
I kind of wish I would have tried it, but now I'm too old.
I really limit myself to this. That's all I.
Not even that.
Not even that.
Alcohol, and that's it.
Oh my god.
Two.
It's great.
I'm with you.
I also smoked for like 15, 20 years.
Smoke cigarettes?
Yeah, smoke cigarettes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for you. You quit that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold turkey. Just
Good
one
for
day,
you.
just said done.
I love that.
Did I mention that it's Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday?
Well, you should.
Thanks to Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 85 calories. Check that, 95 calories. There are an extra 10 there that I didn't mention. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Rams play 1 week from tonight, Vikings, wild card weekend. And we're talking about it all day long on your home for Rams football, 710 ESPN. In fact, at 2 o'clock, we'll talk about the offense, which is been a struggle. We will get to that. In the meantime, What's Up, Fool is coming up next. Brian's got stuff. Laura's got stuff. We'll do it. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Wait, what? So you let your kids just order food whenever they want on your Uber account?
It's so bad.
How much money does that cost you?
Listen to me.
I wish you were my dad. Jeez.
The other day,
my dad would read his credit card statement and be like, "What did you buy? Books for school? Show me them."
Two days ago, I saw 2 Uber charges. One was like $57 and one was like $27. And I looked up in the receipts in my email, and they were both in Europe. So it was my daughter who's still over there. And she, I think, got addicted to me paying for all the Ubers while I was over there. And now she thinks she just has total access. And let me tell you something. Between my Amazon account, my Uber
gosh,
account.
your Amazon too?
Oh my God. These kids are killing me.
Cap,
right now.
those kids probably they run your life. No wonder you got to work 10 jobs.
Right.
I linked to your Uber account.
Yeah, seriously, can I get that? Can we get that login?
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco. Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Some people
people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
I missed that.
It's moving now.
Yeah, it is moving. Luke is everywhere.
It's all good, guys. All right. So I haven't been with you guys, so if you guys talked about this, I'm Mabi.
Okay.
But today is National Take Down the Christmas Tree Day.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
actually just did that. I saw my tree and I'm like, you got to go. For the first year, well, last year, it was the first time I was not really into Christmas like that. I was kind of over it. So I just grabbed everything and I actually threw a lot of my ornaments away. I'm like, I'm done.
Really?
Yeah, I was just like, I want a new clean slate next year. So have you guys taken down your Christmas tree?
Took mine down on Saturday.
we're on the
And
same
we
page.
save all of the ornaments. We have the same ornaments
Yeah.
every year. We're
I
very
usually do, too.
sentimental about them.
Mhm.
But, we took it down, stuffed it away. The tree was a live tree. It was small. It was probably like 4 feet tall. And it got crunchy. You know how you forget to
Mhm.
water and it gets really crunchy? So needles everywhere on
Dropping
the way
everywhere.
out to the garbage.
Right.
Yeah. But, that was a good time to put it away.
So I was actually looking at it last night when I was watching TV or watching the Laker game. I
Yep.
looked over and I was like, that tree needs to come down. I'll do it tomorrow. So it's funny that today is
Mhm.
Take Down Your Tree Day because I was going to take it down today.
There you go.
But I keep all of those ornaments. They all go into a box.
Yep.
And then the tree goes into a box.
Yeah.
And it goes into the closet and it comes back out and they all go back up next year.
Exactly. Brian, what about you?
Didn't actually put up a tree this year. Just
What?
with the wedding and everything. There was so much going
Oh,
on.
that's
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, that
but we
makes
did have
sense.
a bunch of Hanukkah decorations out. Put all those away yesterday, actually.
Okay.
So, around the same
so
time.
clean
yeah.
up. Now, I'll
Right.
say this. If you've got Christmas lights, I think it's okay to leave them up for a while.
I don't understand you at all.
No, I
Right,
Not
that
the
makes
Halloween
the
decoration?
Halloween you hate.
Halloween
it.
Exactly. The Halloween.
You can do a giant Santa, but not a spider.
Don't compare
No, they
Halloween decorations to Christmas
They
decorations.
absolutely compare.
Halloween decorations are spiders and that weird cottony stuff. And
Okay, question.
Grim Reaper.
Yeah, Grim Reaper. I mean, it's
Sure.
all that
What
stuff.
about if they do, because my friend
Headstones.
does purple and orange lights for Halloween. Would you be okay if they kept those?
Yes. I think
Okay.
Christmas lights are...
Well, those are not
Cool.
Christmas.
No,
Those are Halloween lights.
Halloween lights.
Oh.
They're purple and orangey.
As long as they don't have spiders...
They don't have spiders.
Okay, then I'm okay with that.
You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, I can. I'm
No,
having
no.
it both ways.
Right.
Literally both ways am I having it.
On your house, do you have Christmas
No.
lights? No, so it doesn't matter. What do you care then?
I like
what
driving.
do you care what other people
I like
do in
driving
their
through
house?
the neighborhood. It's my neighborhood.
Well, so
I
what?
want to
It's
see when the
pretty.
lights
There.
are up. It's pretty.
What if those people like their Halloween decorations up all year long?
Then I have a problem with it.
Yeah, are you going to go knock on the door and
No,
say, "Hey,
I'm not. I'm
take
not
down
that
your
guy.
Christmas
I'm not that
Are
decorations?"
you
guy.
going to give them a letter, an anonymous
Yeah,
letter?
anonymous letter. That's another way to go.
Signed,
Yeah.
neighbor.
But you can leave your Christmas lights up even if you take your tree down. It's officially Mason rule.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys. So yesterday in the NFL last game of the season, a lot of money incentives came out.
Yeah,
I think
that was cool.
Geno Smith hit a $2 million incentives, so
Nice.
$6 million payday.
Good for
Mike
him.
Evans got over $1,000.
Yep.
Had a $3 million payday.
Good for him.
Is
Kyle
there a
Van
butt
Noy.
coming?
Yes, there's a butt coming here. Yeah, there's a lot of there was a couple of celebrations that when they hit it, people doing the money dance.
Yeah,
and all that.
right.
But Cooper Rush needed to play at least 70% of the snaps yesterday, and he would have got another $250,000.
I heard it was $500,000.
Yeah, it was $500,000.
Well, it would have been $500,000 total. So he did get $250,000 for playing like 40% of the season snaps.
Okay.
He could have got another $250 yesterday for just playing about 70% of the snaps yesterday's game.
And Jerry Jones claims, I didn't even know.
Right. So that's my question to you.
He's
He
the
is the
general
GM.
manager.
How does he not know? Or is he just
knows.
blowing smoke
You
here?
wrote the contract.
Yeah.
He's the guy that puts the contracts together.
And I refuse to believe that Jerry Jones is not micromanaging that team, that roster, that payroll, so that he knows exactly what Cooper Rush has a chance to do. I thought that was terrible.
I don't know how much money Dak Prescott is making, but it's way too much. Cooper Rush actually kind of kept you semi-afloat.
He went 4-4 as a starter.
He did what he's supposed to do. Let him get his extra $250,000.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
As a
terrible.
free agent with this,
100%.
especially like the Bucks, they had the game one. They could have kneed it down, threw another pass, got Mike Williams the incentive.
They were so excited when he got it.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
So-
and the Saints let him have it, right?
Probably.
They let him. They let him.
Little
get it.
gamesmanship.
So, yeah, I think these incentives good for everybody that made their bonuses. Bad on Jerry Jones for denying Cooper Rush, who's not a highly paid guy. $250,000 is a big deal. Denying him that is really low grade.
Totally messed up by Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
What's up, Foo?
Okay, so there's a lot of crazy influencers out there, but I read a story about a Florida wildlife influencer who got bitten by a rattlesnake.
Uh-oh.
And it took 88 vials of anti-venom to help him, not die.
88 vials?
88 vials of anti-venom.
Was this like a particular kind
It
of
is
snake?
called...
Copperhead.
No, it was a diamondback, eastern diamondback rattlesnake.
Wow.
And I saw
Can't you
his
just suck
leg.
that
It
out
looks.
and make it and
Ew,
just forget
no.
about it?
Don't you just pee on it? What?
No, that's
jellyfish.
Right.
But you suck out the poison.
That's what I would
Isn't
do.
that
I
what you're
don't-
supposed to do when you get bit by rattlesnake?
I mean, clearly not this one. I saw his foot. It looks
It took
disgusting.
88 doses of
88 vials.
antidote.
You
So-
just kind of get it up there.
Yeah, no, you
Wait,
don't do
what?
that.
Can you do that again for the
No,
YouTube?
I'm not
no.
flexible. I'm not flexible in the slightest.
But I wouldn't know, if you guys would be an influencer, what would you be an influencer for? If it had to be something risque, right? If you were doing the crocodiles or doing something like that, what would be the animal that you would seek?
Oh, the animal that I would
So
pick.
you
I
would
have
be an influencer
always wanted to swim with sharks. I know you guys
Oh,
are
that's wild.
completely
No, no,
crazy
man.
about when it comes to sharks.
So would you go down in one of those cages?
I've always wanted to do it.
I would go down in
Always.
one of those cages. As
Yeah.
long as I have a cage, I'm okay with sharks. I
Yeah.
just don't want them out on the loose.
I just want to be in a cage and go down and have them come and bang on the cage.
That's so weird.
I'd be cool.
No, I think
it'd be
that would.
fun.
I think that would be cool.
I
think
want
that
to
would be cool.
be like a koala influencer. I think they're so cute. They're so mean, but they're cute.
Yeah, they're supposed to be really mean.
They are very mean.
Same with hippos. Hippos are supposed to be
Hippos are
incredibly mean.
dangerous.
Yeah, they can crush you.
Mine would
Fast,
be
too.
mine would be elephants.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
I've
a good
actually
one.
been to an
that's
elephant
dangerous.
reserve in Thailand, and I thought it was one of the cool experiences of my whole life.
Have you ever seen an elephant paint with its trunk?
I don't think
Wait,
so.
wait.
You can go on
That's
go
cool.
on YouTube. There's elephants that take their trunk and they paint and paint houses and do different things. It's really, really cool. I don't know how they learned to do it, but it's really cool.
Well, elephants are incredibly smart.
Very smart.
Yeah. But the weird thing about elephants was when we were at that reserve, the deal was, we're trying to experience everything, so there were elephants everywhere, and we're supposed to wash the elephant. So we go out into this river, and we're splashing water all over the elephant, and there's a hose, and we're spraying because they're covered
That's
with
awesome.
mud.
Yeah.
Then when they get out of the water, they immediately start putting mud on their backs because that's the way elephants are. So you clean them off, and then they immediately remud themselves.
This is them, the company just saying, hey, do something with
clean
it.
'em off.
Clean them off.
They're
Help
gonna
us
get
out
dirty
a little
again.
bit.
They'll be
Then the
dirty
next
again.
people come in, clean them off, they go back out.
Exactly.
Do you have an animal, Brian?
It's a scam.
Maybe something with the lions.
Lions.
Dang.
Yeah.
Maybe the
What,
safari.
you're going to be Siegfried and
A lion
Brian?
tamer?
Right,
Siegfried and Cohen?
Except it won't go bad, yeah?
Yeah.
They just kind of sit there. You have to really do something to them to get them to...
Oh, I'm
and
thinking of a tiger.
There's a zoo, the San Diego Zoo. They have an encampment where they have the tiger and a dog together.
A
Really?
tiger and
Yeah,
a dog?
Yeah, it might be a cheetah, but there's one of these animal or tigers.
So
lions.
it's a tiger and a dog.
Yes.
That might be a cheetah.
No,
I was like,
the
or a
dog,
cheetah.
The dog is there. It's either the cheetah or it's like a tiger.
Has the dog.
You would know
Right.
this.
And they're raised together, and they're in the same encampment.
Oh,
it's
wow.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
That's crazy. You would know this. Wasn't there an actress, an old school actress that had like a lion that lived with her?
Who am I, Pepe?
And
No,
the
like
llama.
the 70s. In the 70s.
Old-timey actress?
No, there was an actress in the 70s that like had a lion as a
Did
pet.
Mike Tyson actually have a lion, or is that just in the movies?
He had a tiger, right?
Oh, yeah,
I think
a
he
tiger,
had a tiger. Pepe would have a llama, right?
Pepe would have a llama.
Tippi
Actress
Hedren.
with lion.
Yeah. Actress Tippi Hedren and her family had a pet lion named Neil in the 1970s.
Wow. Now, you know what Tippi Hedren
And
is
Melanie
most
Griffith.
famous for? She was in The Birds. She had Hitchcock, all
Oh.
those birds flying at her, throwing birds at her when they were making that movie. That's Tippi Hedren.
No, and Melanie Griffith had a childhood with lions, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Had no idea.
So random.
Yeah, that's
that is.
random, right?
That's
Yeah,
so
I
random.
saw that somewhere and remembered it.
What's up, Foo?
I got one more.
'Kay.
One more out of the NFL season that happened yesterday. So Jamar Chase secured the NFL Triple Crown for the receiver, receiving yards, receptions, and receiving touchdowns. Only the 6th time in NFL history that has happened.
Cooper Kupp had it a couple years ago.
That is correct. And Saquon, became the 9th running back this year to have 2,000 rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them fairly low on the MVP odds as first 3 quarterbacks. Who do you think has a better chance at the Offensive Player of the Year? Is it Chase, who has a Triple Crown, or Barkley, who has 2,000 yards?
Well, I
Both
tell you, it is
very
a-
rare in NFL history.
It's a very tough year. Triple Crown's been done 3 times. It's only the 3rd time it's ever been done.
You said 6th.
I thought it was 6. Yeah,
6 times?
6 since like Super Bowl era, yeah.
Since Super. Okay, so Cooper Kupp did it. Calvin Johnson did. There have been a few people.
There's been a few, yeah.
It's pretty remarkable. Saquon Barkley, 2,000 yards. I don't know what, but I made my MVP decision. If I had a vote, who would you vote for if you had an MVP vote, Berglund?
Do I want to go with Lamar again? Maybe Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is he's the favorite, right?
Yeah, Josh
Yeah,
Allen.
he is
probably.
Who would you vote for, Brian?
For MVP, I would personally go Lamar, I think.
I think a lot of people would.
Yeah.
He had 4,000 yards.
When you stack the
passing,
numbers up
800
head-to-head,
rushing
yeah.
yards, the first one to ever do it. Yeah.
It's got to be. I know it's a traveling trophy, and I know they're going to give it to Josh Allen, but Lamar is the
He
MVP.
deserves it.
Those
Just give it
numbers
to him.
are nuts, what he did this year. 4,000 yards passing, 800 yards rushing. I mean, just an elite player. I hope he has a good postseason too, because that's the one thing he's got on his shoulders is he's not performed well in the postseason. I'm rooting for him because that is just an electric season he had. If I had an MVP vote, it would be for Lamar.
And he's going to run into Patrick Mahomes again, who's going to win the whole thing once again. But I would probably go with Saquon in that sense. I know it's so weird because if he would have played in this last game 18, he was also, I think, 45 rushing attempts less than Eric Dickerson at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, he would have passed it. So I think that is almost an unbeatable record, and so he would have had it. I would go with Saquon.
According to Bet ESPN, he is favorite. I think minus 100 or minus 1,000, and then Jamar Chase was the next at like plus.
Also,
3,000, yeah.
Chase didn't make the playoffs, and Saquon did, and a lot of it was behind Saquon Barkley.
So I want to throw this out there. I got this tweet from Royce Tony.
Hi, Royce Tony.
He says, number of games, we're talking about the rushing record, number of games shouldn't matter. Number of carries should.
Yeah, attempts. He's 45 less.
So Saquon is 100 yards shy of Dickerson on 34 fewer carries.
Yeah.
So that, to me, would have meant that he would have broke the record.
100%.
Legit breaking of the record. All right, there you have it. There's your What's Up, Fool for today. Coming up next, Greg, I got some pretty cool stuff. The reason why Notre Dame will never join a conference.
I hate that
A linebacker at the University of Washington has declared, but not for the draft. And we'll talk about the Rams offense coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Still throwing it down.
Backdoor cut to LeBron and a thunder dunk. Beautiful pass, and LeBron slams it home.
Guess who's back? Still hitting big shot after big shot.
Three-pointer. Good again! Who is this guy? That's the oldest player in the league?
Live every thrill of LeBron and the Lake Show on 710 ESPN.
Still running the game, still.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think
is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text LION to 321321. That's LION to 321321.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greeny.
I don't think I've told you. I used to be in a bowling league.
You can bowl too.
I a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not a good bowler, but I'm not a terrible bowler.
You're like 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
How do you get down there?
I was okay. I was in the bowling league when I was in my 20s, so this is a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I have my own ball. Okay?
Nice.
Okay. And I'm okay, or at least I used to be okay. We go bowling. It's me and my 3 children, my wife, and Bobby's girlfriend, Sarah. Okay? So 6 of us. And we got the 3 women on one lane, and we got the 3 boys on the second lane. We're right next to each other. So they're competing, we're competing. Bobby won 2 of the 3 in the men's division.
He beat you.
And Michael won the other one.
You got smoked?
I got skunked, DeMarco.
Well done, Dad.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz with thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Looking for an all-star deal on home comfort? Call Next Gen. For just $14.99 a month, you'll score year-round coverage on all of your plumbing, heating, and AC needs. You heard it right. For just $14.99 a month, you'll experience coverage and comfort all season long. No unexpected timeouts, just total peace of mind. As a Next Gen member, you'll enjoy complimentary multi-point inspections, cooling tune-ups, plumbing and safety inspections, and exclusive members-only savings. Plus, you'll have a VIP guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointment. Sign up today to become a Next Gen VIP. Don't miss out. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. Next Gen is the only name you need to remember for comfort and reliability all season long. That's 833-3-NEXT-GEN or visit nextgenaaronplumbing.com.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station. Listen to Mason and Ireland more at 1 p.m.
Juan will look at me at some point tonight and say, "Are you even enjoying this?"
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
That was twice today, Mace.
Twice, yeah.
Did you enjoy that one again?
Yeah, I mean, it's same thing over and over.
I mean, it's better than your answer from last week to the grapes. So
what's
that? Oh yeah, that did not go over
what
well
happened
last week.
What happened?
So, have you heard of the grapes? What is it? You eat 12 grapes.
12 grapes at midnight.
At midnight. Have you heard
get
of that?
like oh, you haven't? Okay, so when I was little,
yep.
It was like I don't know if it's a Latin thing, whatever, but we used to do it. So you get 12 grapes, and then for each grape, you get like a wish or something that you want to accomplish in the year. So we were talking about that. Andy said he did it, as well with his wife. And I made a comment that says like, oh, but it's hard because you're also thinking about it at the same time. And then Greg goes, that's not hard. It's easy.
You just start naming things off, and one of them can be better sex, and then and that's
where you started.
He goes.
You started with better sex.
That was I don't know if I started.
No,
wait a minute.
That might have been like the second or third
That was grape number 1.
No, I think it was 2 or 3.
In grape 1, I think was more money.
Yeah, more money.
Better health, and then he goes better sex, and we're like, whoa, man.
I should have said more sex.
Yes,
but I said better sex because it really. You can always get
more
better.
Is better.
Yeah, more is better. and
Yes.
everything can always get better.
So
of course it can.
that whole, did you enjoy that? It's not that bad.
See,
no.
our New Year's Eve, our New Year's tradition in my family going back years is you have pork and sauerkraut on New Year's Day. Anybody else have that
Pork
one?
and sauerkraut.
No,
I don't
never
like
heard of that
sauerkraut.
either.
You never
period.
eat chicken because chickens scratch backwards. Okay, you eat pork because
I wanna do
pigs
that.
always root forwards. So it's about forward progress. That's what pigs do.
Oh.
Never.
I've
heard
never
that before. That's
heard that.
Is that like the Feast of the Seven Fishes kind
It's-
of stuff?
it's-
Like
but
the
it's
same kind of thing.
Same kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was growing up, we always had pork and sauerkraut on New Year's Day.
I don't know why I grew up and never did anything on New Year's. There was no like specific thing
Oh.
we did on New Year's.
Latinos have a bunch. We have the running with the luggage. We have the sweeping.
Wait, what's that?
Okay,
Running
so
with
you
luggage?
running of the luggage.
Like
You
just-
have
as
lug-
people just running down the street.
You
holding
have
luggage?
you come
Like the
outside
bowls?
and then you have like an empty suitcase and then you run. So it says that you're gonna take a trip, like you're calling a trip into your life for the new
Okay.
year. The other one is like you sweep from the front door to the back, so you're getting rid of all the negative energy.
Okay, well, that I
And then
understand
the
that.
grapes one that I told you guys, the color of the underwear depends on what color underwear, depends what you want to attract.
Yeah.
This is a lot of stuff.
Oh,
to be
trust
able
me.
to
It's a
get through
Okay,
one day.
hang on. I'm glad you said this.
It's
The
a lot.
underwear thing.
Yeah, the underwear thing.
So, see if you agree with this. I found this on TikTok because I'm a regular on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I found this on TikTok. This is a woman who thinks the underwear you wear on New Year's Eve is very, very important. Listen to her take.
Here are all of my do's and don'ts for New Year's Eve. Color of your underwear is going to be what you want to attract in your new year. Green represents money, okay? Luck and money. What you guys to do is say there's a significant number of money that you really want to attract into your life. You're going to write it down on a tiny piece of paper and fold it really small, and you're going to want to put it in the crotch of your underwear.
Have not heard that. Have not heard that.
You're just walking around with paper in the
With
crotch
little-
of your underwear.
It says $1 million
Well, you know,
and it's in the
yeah.
underwear.
This is, I mean, I'm assuming it's
weird.
for women because you can't do that.
Yes,
with-
correct.
For men.
I think
'Cause they
it's-
have that little like pocket.
She
thing in
goes,
there.
on to say red is
For
for
love,
love.
yes.
Do you have other colors you
So
use?
it's like yellow is abundance. There's like a bunch, and it also depends where you get it because different sites have different. Like black is for wealth, like so it just kind of depends where you're getting it from. I grew up with yellow is for abundance, green is for money, and red is for love.
Again,
So it's like,
another time that I did not pay attention to my underwear.
Yeah, no, I had no clue. I had no clue.
I
I'm
didn't
assuming
care.
It's gray.
Gray.
It was. I'm assuming.
So I wanted
Does that mean
to
anything?
I wanted to add
I
some
don't think
color
so.
to one of the things we were talking about. Pork and sauerkraut New Year's Day.
Yeah.
It is Pennsylvania Dutch communities.
Okay.
Pork and sauerkraut synonymous with New Year's Day. Must eat that meal for good fortune. Here's what I was trying to say. Pigs are associated with progress and moving forward because they root forward with their snouts. Unlike chickens, which scratch backward, pork represents forward momentum. So that's why we always ate pork and sauerkraut.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just knew that bacon tastes good.
The other one is long noodles.
Long noodles?
Long
Do you
noodles
like
are
the
supposed
glass
to be
noodles?
good.
I like glass
Yeah,
noodles.
they're
Those
good.
are really good.
Okay,
I don't know
so
what any of this means at any point.
No,
Go ahead.
no. So I wanted to get to this Notre Dame story. So Notre Dame obviously is in the Final Four. I thought when I saw them play, they could be a Final Four team.
Oh yeah, when they beat USC.
When they beat USC,
it was
I
a close
thought-
game.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game, but they're very talented, and there's a lot of money getting thrown around here. So the four remaining semifinalists: Notre Dame, Penn State, Texas, and Ohio State. And I think those games start on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds about right.
They each earn $4 million for making the playoff, an additional $4 million for advancing to the quarterfinals, and $6 million more if they reach the semis. So each team divides that with their conference. So, for example, Big Ten SEC, $40 million in prize money from Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, and Indiana. But they divide all that money. In the case of Notre Dame, they get all the money themselves and don't have to divide it with anybody else in the conference. So they're coming away with $26 million in prize money for the college football playoff and potentially more. And that's because they're not in a conference. I always hear this. They're going to join the Big Ten, or they're never going to. They make so much money on their own.
You know what I call that? Selfish. they're being selfish. They're only caring about Notre Dame. They're not caring about anything else. The way that college football is going is it's eventually, we've talked about it, I think, in the past.
Yeah.
It's going to split down the middle. It's going to be Big Ten on one side, SEC on the other side. And
Right.
it's going to be the Eastern and Western Conference.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to
Okay.
go.
Right.
And now, so they're going to have to join at
No,
some
they
point.
won't.
But if it goes that way, it's going to happen. They have to. Then that's very selfish to me. They're only thinking
What do you
about
mean?
themselves.
Of course.
They
Why
already
would they
make
think?
a ton of money?
Why
They're
would
a
they think
Catholic
of somebody
school.
else? What you're telling me? UCLA is making decisions based on unselfishness. I want my team to be
No.
selfish as hell.
What they
I
did-
want all the free agents. I want all the money. I want all the big. You're a Dodger fan.
No, absolutely.
We're selfish.
UCLA went to the Big Ten because they were being selfish. They let the Pac-12 go, and Cal came at them and said, "You owe us money, but for going to the Big Ten."
Right.
That
But
was a whole mess.
I don't know if the selfishness
No,
makes
it's selfish.
sense here.
It's completely selfish. They're only caring about themselves, not the greater good of college football and what's going to. Does this not work?
Welcome to
Is this
the
argument not
transfer
working in any
portal
way?
and
Greater
other
good
things.
of college football.
Well,
This circus.
It's a giant circus, and they're just contributing to that circus by being independent, and we're just to be all by ourselves.
Yeah,
and play nobodies.
If I was Notre Dame, this is exactly what I would be
the
doing.
Marine Corps 1 week, and then the Coast Guard the next week.
If I'm Georgia, why do I care what goes to LSU and to Alabama and to everybody else?
Then be like Notre Dame and become your own conference.
Yeah, they definitely
it's the
could.
Georgia conference.
Yeah, no,
the
just
Notre
Georgia
Dame conference.
Just Georgia, independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why doesn't everybody go to independent?
Well, not everybody can. Notre Dame's a national brand.
Because they have so much money.
Correct, they do.
Yeah.
That's
So
like
why share
he's
it?
right.
Yeah.
It's like the Dodgers. We get all the stars.
We get all the
because
stars.
We got all
we
the
want
money.
all the good stuff.
I don't like it.
So
Selfish.
You know, most players in college football will not go on to play in the NFL. And it's that time of year when certain players they declare for the draft, right? So we saw, like, for example, I think Jalen Milroe from Alabama declared for the draft during the break. So there's a player named Drew Fowler who's a linebacker with Washington, the Huskies, who has declared, but not for the draft. He says, when I first committed here in Washington in 2019, I talked about taking the road less traveled. Boy, did I have the right idea. Playing through 4 head coaches, 3 ADs, 4 coordinators in a global pandemic, my experience at UW was nothing more than special.
Okay.
With that being said, I'm officially declaring for the job market. In other words, I need a job. If you or anybody you know has an employment opportunity, I am your guy. Gritty, hardworking, sneaky, athletic, locker room guy will bring my lunch pail to work.
Oh, wow.
And my LinkedIn is updated. I am #open to work. Thank you, Husky Nation. So he's declared for the workforce.
So
I love that, actually.
I think we know somebody that can help this guy. What's his name again? What's his name? What was the guy's name? Drew Bennett? No,
it's Drew Fowler.
Drew Fowler. Drew Fowler needs to get in touch with the one and only DeMarco Farr. DeMarco went to UW.
That's
he
true.
is a Husky. He should be able to go to DeMarco and be like, hey, help me out. Get me a job with the Rams.
Yep.
Get me a job here. That's the perfect person
That
for
is the
Drew
perfect
Fowler
person.
to talk to.
Laura, set that up.
Yeah.
I
set
will
it-
try.
set
Along
it
with
up
all the other guests we've requested.
Okay.
Get that one, too.
Right. Go to DeMarco Farr.
Go to Drew
Lincoln
Fowler.
Kennedy.
Let's get these guys on.
Get Bo Nix on the line.
Let's get rolling. I told him he was going to be a bust.
No,
I announced he would be a bust.
That's actually pretty cool. It's smart of him to do that.
Yeah, it is.
Someone will give him a job.
I really like that.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next for you, let's talk about the Rams offense.
Okay.
The defense has been terrific. The offense, there are question marks. We'll get into that as they get ready for Wild Card Weekend. They play Monday night at SoFi Stadium against the Vikings. By the way, we, for Wild Card Weekend, are going to be at Islands in Manhattan Beach all day on Friday for a Wild Card Football Friday party. We start at 9 a.m. with Travis and DeMarco, me and Ireland at noon, Shadano and Cap at 3. We're all doing our shows live and in person. Huge giveaways, including Rams-Vikings tickets for Monday night. Islands, Manhattan Beach, 3200 North Sepulveda Boulevard. We will see you on Friday. I want a big crowd out there for Friday.
There was when we did this last year during March Madness.
It was. You're right.
Huge crowd.
Huge crowd.
And all of Lisa Ireland's friends came.
That's right, from the tennis club.
Yep. The tennis ladies.
The tennis ladies, as he likes to call them.
Fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
He called them something else, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, we cannot call them what he calls them.
He does it all the time, too.
I know he does. It's so weird. All right, coming up next for you, we'll talk about the Rams. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
You're absolutely right. That's way
Way
more
too much. That's an overpay.
That's a major overpay.
God, I
Like,
wish
is
you
it a
knew.
right number? No,
I
don't
wish
think
you
so.
guys knew what we were talking about right now. So
I'm
I feel
sure you're
like
not going to tell us.
You and Ireland used to do this all the time, and I'd be sitting right where Laura's sitting, like, "God, I want to know what they're talking about.
What did they say?
See, I don't got FOMO like that.
No, I did.
Oh no,
100%.
you would have loved this one, Laura.
This
Oh,
one-
yeah?
This one.
I
was-
need to start going into break again.
This was memorable.
This was very fun.
All right, so the Rams are taking on the Minnesota Vikings 1 week from tonight at SoFi Stadium. The Vikings lost last night to the Lions pretty handily. Sam Darnold did not look great in that game at all. The Rams have already beaten the Vikings once. I wanted to just add a little to this. So when we played the Vikings earlier this year, we got a lot of this skull thing that they do.
Oh, yeah.
And
Which I don't like that they do that. That's like a gator.
It does look like, you're absolutely right. It does look like a gator. But here's what it really is. It is rooted in Scandinavian culture. The word skull or skull is a Scandinavian toast meaning cheers or good health. It was adapted by fans and the team as a rallying cry for unity and victory. Now, what I don't like is when we played Minnesota earlier this year, there were many people there that were chanting skull.
Well, yeah, that's what they're going to do. And they're going to do it again on Monday.
They will do it on Monday. Remember, this is the same team where they bought $2 million worth of tickets in Detroit last night to sell to fans. I mean, I don't know if they're going to run the same scam here, but they might. The Vikings may buy tickets.
Probably. And that's why I was saying before, like when you guys were talking about it in crosstalk with Travis and DeMarco, what does it matter? Like you are typically outnumbered when it comes to fans there.
True.
It's just how it works out. Because it's LA as a destination. Minnesota doesn't always come out here.
Right.
Same with Green Bay. Very rarely come out here. You come out here, so the bigger teams are going to outnumber the fans.
Right. And that's why I think Washington, at least from that perspective, would have been the best opponent if you want the stadium to really be yours. Detroit, I think, second most. And then the Vikings travel. I mean, they just travel. We're going to get a lot of that skull, and there's going to be a lot of purple in the building and all that stuff. And Matthew Stafford is going to be running on a silent count and all that stuff that they do. But I still believe it's an extremely winnable game for the Rams.
What you have going for you is that Minnesota is completely cursed. So the Vikings are cursed, but it happened before. Remember that Gary Anderson in 1998, when I tried to be a Vikings fan because the Raiders left.
Right.
That was the greatest offensive team I probably have ever seen, even better than the Greatest Show on Turf.
Right.
And Gary Anderson did not miss a field goal all year, and then he missed a chip shot.
Yeah.
To go to the Super Bowl. It was just, that's what happens to Minnesota fans. So Mike Trudell was here last week, and he's terrified. He's terrified of these games because he knows that's right around the corner.
So what I remember from being a kid and a Rams fan back in the 70s, and so the Vikings went to the Super Bowl 4 times in the 70s, lost all 4 times.
Purple people eaters.
Yes, the purple people eaters. Now, I remember as a Rams fan losing to the Vikings in weird ways, whether it be in the first round of the NFC playoffs or in the conference championship game. The Rams, remember, it took the entire 70s all the way to 79 for the Rams to get into the postseason. But the Vikings and the Cowboys were always beating the Rams in the playoffs. So I have that feeling about the Vikings that something bad is going to happen. It's going to be some weird play that's going to beat us because I grew up in that era. I think Sam Darnold had a rough night last night. I'm not sure exactly why, but they got after him really, really hard, and he looked shook.
Yeah, he did, and I wonder if that's just because, I mean, you're playing the Lions, you're playing in an in-division game. It's in week 18 for the number 1 overall seed. It's different when you play teams like the Rams or the Packers, or not even the Packers, like the Eagles. When you play a team outside
your division,
outside your division, you play differently because you don't see them as much. Like the Seahawks, even when the Rams were really bad,
yes,
they beat the Seahawks every single year, even if they were good. It didn't matter because of that whole thing. So now I think this team that's going to come in. Sam Darnold is a good quarterback for the Vikings. He may not be a good quarterback overall. For the Vikings, he's playing well, and he's just not. I can't see him doing it again versus the Rams.
So, the Rams' defense has been
really
terrific,
good. Really good,
terrific. Young. These guys, Kobe Turner and Jared Verse and Braden Fisk, and all these guys are going to be around for a while. And in fact, the Rams' defense gave up only 2 touchdowns week 15, 16, 17. Only 2 touchdowns in that 3-game stretch. They allowed 24 total in the 3 games prior before clinching the NFC West. Jared Verse has been amazing. And they have gotten after the quarterback really, really well. Offensively, it has been a bit of a struggle since the Buffalo game where they rolled up 44 points.
So that's what I was wondering. Is that you're talking about how they've only given up 2 touchdowns. How many did they score in those 3 weeks?
Oh, not a lot.
I know Matthew Stafford threw for 1 touchdown and threw 1 interception. So it was all through Kyron. And that's kind of where I'm worried about the Rams because Matthew Stafford, I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if he's old or if he's just is who he is at this point. Because if it's not going to Puka Nacua, who has a crazy amount of targets now,
right,
or it's going to Kyron Williams, nobody else gets the ball.
Yeah, Puka Nacua has a 40% target rate.
It's too high.
In the midst of a historic season. He missed 6 games. Fact he gets the ball thrown to him 40% of the time. He runs a route is ridiculous. Highest target rate for a player with at least 200 routes run in a season since 2007. So they are heavily Puka Nacua reliant.
And see, the whole thing was always that you have 2 guys that you can be very reliant on, Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, which allows Demarcus Robinson to get open, which allows somebody like Jordan Whittington or Tyler Higbee, whoever else you want to talk about. Tutu Atwell.
Yep.
But if you're constantly going to just these 2 and you're that one-dimensional, that's going to be a problem.
Remember, they're not that one-dimensional.
Well,
Kyron Williams has 15 touchdowns this year.
It's Kyron and
Puka.
It's Puka, and that's it.
But you can say that about any team.
Well, no, you can't say it about the Vikings. They move the ball around. It's Jordan Addison.
It's Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. But DeMarcus
Jones.
Robinson's made big catches for them.
Oh, yeah, he
for
has.
The Rams.
When the ball was being spread around to both Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. That's where my worry is. It's just the fact of, because I don't know what's going on with Stafford in general. He's only going to Puka Nacua. Something's happening there. I don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, it's not unlike the year they went to the Super Bowl and everything was going to Cooper Kupp.
Again, you had Odell Beckham Jr.
But
there
again,
also, and he was a huge in the Super Bowl. He was
he was huge in the first half. Yeah,
yeah, and then so look. They need to spread the ball around for this team to do well. And when they do spread the ball around, and I don't remember what happened in the Buffalo game, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't all Puka Nacua.
No. DeMarcus Robinson had big catches. Cooper Kupp had a big catch there.
Yeah.
By the way, the other thing is, and I think this is huge, they have been a terrible first quarter team. Absolutely awful. They have failed to score a touchdown in the first quarter in 13 of their 16 games. So that's one of the things to watch is, can the Rams scratch early and not play from behind like they have in other games?
Does this sound like to you that McVay has a set play for he has an idea of what he wants to do with every single play, like he has a script?
He has a script.
He has a script for the first
Generally
quarter,
speaking,
and it doesn't seem to kind of work.
Well, it's not been working.
Right.
The script has not been working.
And then he goes against the script and moving after all of that stuff. So maybe just be kind of just what the defense is giving you.
Yeah.
And I think that could be a Stafford thing. That could be maybe Stafford's like, I don't want to do this. I want to do X instead. That could be an issue that's going on there.
Yeah, but you're inventing something because we don't know that there's any conflict between or disagreement between Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford.
No, I don't know that. But at the same time, I'm just trying to think of like what's happened. If the fact that they're not scoring in the first quarter that often, there has to be something.
Part of it is I look at it and say, well, they score exactly the number of points they need to score in a game. They've won 8 of 10.
I mean,
obviously they are scoring enough to win.
Sure, but you're relying on a young defense full of rookies or second-year players
that went 3 games allowing 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they did. You're talking about you're playing the 49ers, the Jets, and the Cardinals, all 3 bad teams.
They are professional football teams.
They are You play the team in front of you. I totally get it, but these aren't the teams that you're playing in Minnesota, in Detroit, in Philly, and those types of teams.
Let me ask you, do you think the Rams are going to win on Monday?
I do.
Yeah,
I do think the Rams are going to win.
I
think it's going to be really, really close. I think Minnesota's favored by 2.5.
Yeah, Minnesota is a favorite. I know in the game, a road favorite.
Yeah, it's right here. It says the spread is -2.5.
-2.5.
Yeah,
okay,
ESPN
the Rams
bet.
will take it.
Yeah, I think the Rams are going to win the game.
I agree. I think they're better, and I don't believe in Sam Darnold at all. So
you think he's going to turn into a pumpkin in the playoffs?
Midnight is going to strike when that game ends.
I think
deuce.
He is who he is, and I just think that he's not going to be as good as he's been this entire year.
All right. Coming up next for you, I ordered a drink.
Oh
yeah.
Over the weekend, it's called the Ikiik Punch.
The what?
Ikiik Milk Punch. Ikiik. I will explain it.
Hawaiian?
Coming up next. In the meantime, it's do I have one of these to read? Or
no, you're good.
I'm good. I'm covered. All right.
I mean,
you can do an extra one.
It is Michelob Ultra Reaction Monday, and we are going to be at Islands Friday, and we want to see you out there. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
It is playoff time, and it is now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. You know, we have over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to everybody. All you got to do is pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CAPPY on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text Kettle to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text KETTLE to 321-321. That's Kettle to 321-321.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
How long before you stop saying Happy New Year?
Now.
Yeah, well, there's like, for example, I just saw Sam Pines, the owner, right?
station owner,
I hadn't
yep.
seen him, so I was like, oh, Happy New Year. But maybe if another coworker that I haven't seen, but I think this week is like your timeline. Like,
Yeah, I think I'm kind of done with it. I'm done with Happy New Year.
Done with it. I think
it's 2025.
it's usually
Let's
like-
roll.
The
What does Russell Wilson say?
Let's ride.
Let's ride. 2025. Let's ride.
The first time you see someone, I think it's almost kind of
First time,
acceptable.
yeah.
But like not, 15 days into the month.
Yeah.
Now, today, done.
Yeah,
No
done.
more.
Yeah, no more.
So not the end of the week?
Yeah,
No, stop it. Stop now.
Okay.
Quit it.
It's enough.
All right. So tomorrow night, very big night.
What's happening?
Working this for a long time.
Oh, yeah, it's
I will
tomorrow.
be singing the national anthem at the South Bay Lakers game at the UCLA Health Training Center.
That's amazing.
Good job.
And I haven't done it in a while.
Are you practicing at home
I-
in front of the mirror?
Every time I go in the car and every time I'm getting ready in the morning, I sing the national anthem. I don't feel as confident in the anthem as I used to.
Do you not remember the words?
It's about the start. Like, you've got to start at the right note or you're screwed.
Do you go from like your diaphragm?
No, you got you nailed it. It's as long as I hit that, I'm okay.
Right. As long as you're not Fergie, you're
fine. If you start too high, you wind up like Carl Lewis, where he's like, uh-oh. It's pretty high for me. It's the best.
Yeah, see, I can't
the best. So I have a bar in my neighborhood that I absolutely love. It's called the Accomplice Bar. It's at a place called Little Fatties, which is a Taiwanese record. Excellent. And they, we were talking with one of the bartenders, and they develop drinks. Like, they're full-on mixologists, like developing drinks. And they've got a cool menu. And I ordered the other night the Icky-Ick Milk Punch.
What is Icky-Ick?
So it's clarified pina colada, strawberry daiquiri powder on the rim.
So it's kind of
Hawaiian. Like Hawaiian.
Yeah, it's like Hawaiian.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Icky-Ick.
So Icky-Ick, I said it that way.
Icky-Ick.
And then Juan looked at me and said, that's Iykyk.
Oh. Yeah, that's not
Which is actually... If you know, you know.
If you know.
But I ordered the Icky-Ick.
And apparently, you did not know.
But your bartender was still nice enough to give you the drink.
He still gave me the drink, yeah. Still knew what I was talking about.
So
the
when
Icky-Ick. I'll have the Icky-Ick, please.
When you said Icky-Ick, did he say, if you know, you know?
No.
He just said,
Just
okay,
let me slide.
Just let it go by.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
let
a
me
good
slide.
bartender.
You probably weren't the only one that's done that, by the way.
I'm
There's
sure.
multiple people.
I did not know that one.
You've never seen If You Know, You Know?
No, I've never seen
that's
Brian. Iykyk.
Although if I saw that on a menu, I don't know if I would immediately think, if you know, you know.
Yes,
though.
if you know, you know. It's like it's
I mean,
time for
it's in the
Dodger baseball with
lexicon.
DeMarco.
Yeah,
Like
it's like exactly. It's
Is
like
it really
ITFPB.
in the
Yeah,
lexicon? Is that one really in the lexicon?
100%.
Yes.
Probably would have
If
said
you know, you know.
Icky-Ick.
It is
You
not.
would've-
No, Brian.
It's like at a bar menu, yeah.
Yeah, Icky-Ick.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you would. No, I think Laura, you're right.
Thank
You
you.
know right away that's If You Know, You Know.
I need that cut up.
Yeah, I did not know when I was supposed to know. But
No, you did
salute
not know.
to the bartenders there. They have really cool drinks, really interesting stuff. We talked to a guy about developing it and fermenting and all this stuff he was doing for a new drink that they're launching on the menu this week. By the way, it's not a paid advertisement. I'm just telling you where I go to drink.
Are you going to start doing this now? Now that you've learned all about the fermentation process, you're going to go home and
Don't
create
you
your
think?
own drinks?
No. I'm going to go back there and try that guy's drink. I'm going to shortcut that thing. All right, so it's Game of Games time, and it is my game today. By the way, I am currently the leader in Game of Games for the month of January. I won on Friday.
There's been one game.
One game!
And Mason won.
A dominating lead. Do we get somebody from the afternoon show to play?
saw
Maybe
Cappy
Cap?
running
I saw Cappy. I'll
Cappy's
ask.
running around.
Okay, so we'll do Game of Games. It is called
Icky-Ick.
the
Icky?
the Texas two-step game.
Oh, I got a question for you real fast.
Okay.
Emily Hebel asked, do you know what FWIW is?
FWIW. For what I know.
No starts with a K.
Oh, right. Is this F an expletive?
Wait, what is it?
Oh, for.
Yeah. What?
For what?
It's
worth.
There you go.
Ah, for what it's worth.
There you
Hey,
go. There you
yeah.
go. Well done. Well done.
All right.
Make a drink out of it.
We'll do Game of Games. BRB, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
If the Lakers offered me the same deal that the Clippers offered me, and the Lakers was just a little bit less, I might
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
roof? A swim teacher who also does roofing.
No, the roof of your RV has a leak and it's ruining the furniture.
Oh, that's okay. I'm covered by Progressive. But maybe I'm a swim teaching roofer who makes furniture.
Customize your coverage with Progressive's Roof Protection Plus and be prepared for the unexpected. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Roof Protection Plus available for RVs less than 6 years old. $250 deductible applies to any claim.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greenie.
I don't think I've told you. I used to be in a bowling league.
You can bowl too.
I a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not a good bowler, but I'm not a terrible bowler.
You're like 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
How do you get down there?
I was okay. I was in the bowling league when I was in my 20s, so this is a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I have my own ball. Okay?
Nice.
Okay. And I'm okay, or at least I used to be okay. We go bowling. It's me and my 3 children, my wife, and Bobby's girlfriend, Sarah. Okay? So 6 of us. And we got the 3 women on one lane, and we got the 3 boys on the second lane. We're right next to each other. So they're competing, we're competing. Bobby won 2 of the 3 in the men's division.
He beat you.
And Michael won the other one.
You got smoked?
I got skunked, DeMarco.
Well done, Dad.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN. 710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. It is my game today, and joining us to play is DeAndre Hawkins. DeAndre, what's going on, man?
What's going on, everyone? What's going on?
This is the host of Lakers Talk Daily.
Appreciate it.
Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
When does that start?
Monday.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been going.
Get out of here.
Since the beginning of the
Nobody's
season.
told me about it.
You're not watching?
No. Nobody told me there's a Lakers Talk Daily.
Yeah.
Wow.
Always,
yeah. Monday through Friday, man, in the morning.
Well, we should promote it.
Yeah.
I
Right
work
now,
here
that's
and I work here and I didn't know what was going on. All right, so we'll check that out. Every morning it premieres?
Every morning, yeah. We try to get out there in the morning time.
Nice. Good
Monday
job,
through
man.
Friday.
I will put it on my list of things I watch in the morning.
Appreciate it.
All right, so here we go. The Los Angeles Lakers are doing what they call the Texas two-step. They were in Dallas last night. I'm sorry, they were in Houston last night, going to be in Dallas tomorrow. So,
by the way, no Kyrie Irving for the next 1 to 2 weeks.
Right.
No Luka either.
Yeah.
So, should be a win.
Should be a win. Should be a win.
Should be.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll check with Lakers Talk Daily and find out. All right, so in my brain, somehow I thought we were playing San Antonio tomorrow night.
So is this a game about San Antonio?
So this is a game. The answer is either Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles. I'm going to give you a fact. You tell me if it's about Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles. And reminder, the Lakers are not playing San Antonio on this Texas two-step. They went Houston, Dallas.
They play San Antonio on the 13th.
Yeah, they do.
There you go.
It's coming up. All right, so here we go. Number one, there is a 30-foot tall sculpture of an eyeball sitting in the downtown of this city. Is it Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles? Bergman.
Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles. I'm going to go with San Antonio.
San Antonio. Laura.
I will go with Dallas.
Dallas. Brian.
What is San Antonio?
What is San Antonio? And DeAndre.
I'll go with San Antonio as well.
Correct answer. Dallas has a 30-foot tall sculpture of an eyeball in downtown.
Laura got that, right?
Yes, I did.
Laura's the only one to get that. Number two.
I've been to
the
Dallas.
First 7-Eleven convenience store opened in this city. Is it Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles? Laura.
I don't know.
First 7-Eleven.
Sure, L.A. Why
L.A. Brian.
I like LA too.
L.A. DeAndre.
I'm going LA as well.
L.A. Bergman.
I like San Antonio.
Yeah, and nobody got it right. The correct answer is Dallas.
Back-to-back
Started in
Oh,
Dallas.
I did not
Shocking,
think he was going to go back to back.
Don't think you're looking for any pattern here because you won't find
No,
one.
you got to play the player, not the game.
Exactly. Number Laura's up 1-0 on everybody. Number 3, Doja Cat, Beck, and Tyga were all born in this city. Is it Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles, Brian?
Los Angeles.
Says Los Angeles. DeAndre?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Bergman?
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Laura?
It is L.A.
It is L.A., yes. Dallas, in fact, Doja Cat, Tyga, and Beck all born here. Number 4. This city is home to the Barney Smith Toilet Seat Art Museum featuring over 1,300 decorated toilet seats. Is it Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles? DeAndre?
I'm going San Antonio.
She's going San Antonio. Bergman?
It's definitely not Los Angeles. Let's go with... I'm going to go back to Dallas.
Back to Dallas. Laura?
I think out of the 3 cities, it would be San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah, I think so.
Brian?
I like San Antonio.
San Antonio is the correct answer.
Oh,
yeah, come on,
I was
man.
playing the player again.
That is so sad.
That
Of
is
the
like,
3
I'm like,
cities,
San Antonio, gotta be.
that's the one where I think they have a toilet seat museum.
I'm just saying.
Bergman, I'm going to have you pick up the score because my pen has quit. The
I don't have
numbers are correct. You don't have a pen at all.
That
My
makes it a
pen
lot
quit.
easier.
I got you a pen. Hold on.
All right. Number 5.
Number 5. Okay, I got one.
This
Thank
city claims to have invented the chili burger. Claims to have invented the chili burger. Is that Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles? Bergman, you're up first.
you. I'm going to say Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Laura,
They think they invented it?
they claim to have invented.
Let's go with San Antonio.
San Antonio. Brian,
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. And DeAndre.
I'm going San Antonio.
It is Los Angeles.
Hey.
The original
Bergman.
Tommy's claims to be the
Yeah.
first chili burger in the country.
So the score right now, Laura 3, Brian 3, Bergman 2, DeAndre 2. How many are left?
I've got 4 left.
Okay.
Number 6. This city has a leaning tower, the Magnolia Hotel. It was designed with a slight tilt, and it is a beloved part of the skyline. Is that Dallas, San Antonio, or L.A.? The city has a leaning tower. Let's start out with Laura here.
Leaning Tower. Dallas, I don't know.
Dallas. Brian.
I'll take San Antonio.
San Antonio. DeAndre.
I'll take San Antonio as
San
well.
Antonio.
I'm going to take Dallas 2.
Correct answer. Dallas. Yeah, they've got a leaning tower, the Magnolia Hotel. What's the score?
Laura 4, Bergman 3, Brian 3, DeAndre 2.
Okay, number 7.
So start with Laura because there's only 3 left.
Okay. Number 7. Think about this one. David Robinson scored 71 points in an NBA game played in this city. Is it Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles? Lar.
Yo no sé. So I'm going to go with San Antonio. I don't know.
Brian.
San Antonio.
Bergman.
It would make sense to be San Antonio, but are you screwing with me? I'll say San Antonio.
DeAndre.
I'm going to say San Antonio as well.
You guys all got it. It is San Antonio.
Hardest one.
We're all like,
did he do it in Dallas?
Yeah,
Did he do it in L.A.?
He
Yeah.
definitely didn't do it in LA.
No, it wasn't it, but I was like, it's either the other two. Can I play it off?
Got it right.
Laura still, and DeAndre, you have to go opposite of Laura now.
Okay.
Okay. This city is home to the oldest and largest professional rodeo event in the country. Is that Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles? Lar.
I'm going to go San Antonio.
San Antonio. Brian.
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Bergman.
I'm going to go Dallas.
DeAndre.
I'm going Dallas as well.
Correct answer. San Antonio.
No.
Laura.
I'm
Did
out.
she close it out?
Laura wins.
Laura, you
Only
got
one
it.
left.
You got it.
Congrats,
What?
Laura.
Yes, what? You did win. We'll do number 9 for fun.
Okay.
The late Shannon Doherty, baseball star Carlos Beltran, and actress Nicolette Sheridan were all born in this city. Is it Dallas, San Antonio, or Los Angeles?
Who's going first?
Bergman.
Dallas.
Dallas. DeAndre.
San Antonio.
Lar.
I'm going to go Dallas.
And DeAndre.
Brian, Dallas.
Oh, sorry, Brian. Yeah. The correct answer is San Antonio. Sorry about that.
You're very similar people.
San Antonio. Yeah, I mix you guys up.
Somebody got it right. Who was it? The one that got it right? San Antonio.
It doesn't matter because
I know,
it's
but I
just for
wanted to
fun.
know, just for reference.
Let's do the fun tiebreaker.
Oh, I'm out of the tiebreaker. I already won.
Yeah, this is just for fun, Laura. Laura
I'm really
always
bad at
misses these
this.
by a lot. If you combine the populations for Dallas, San Antonio, and L.A. County, what is the total? Dallas, San Antonio, and L.A. County added up, what is the total population? Just jot down a number. Take a shot.
Let's go. Okay. I think I went too much.
Bergman?
8 mil.
8 mil.
No way. That's what I put. I
Laura
swear.
has
8 mil.
Okay.
Brian?
I have it on the
11 and a
camera,
half
too.
million.
And DeAndre?
I was going to go 5 mil.
Correct answer. 12.4 million.
Oh,
Brian, nice
Brian.
work.
Almost.
You were right
Well,
there.
there's
Yeah.
6 million in Los Angeles, right?
When you said it,
9.6
Greg, I was
million
like,
in L.A. County.
Oh, 9.6.
9.6 million in L.A. County. So there you have it.
There you go.
DeAndre, what'd you do for New Year's?
You know what I did?
What?
Stayed at home.
Did you really?
I did. I stayed at
I
home.
would have
Went to the
expected
Laker game. Did watch a little bit of Laker game.
I would
just
expect you
relax.
to be out on the town.
So I did that last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna just stay home because I did a whole bar crawl in Long Beach and everything. It was fun. You're on, get the experience. But
Right.
I won't do that again. I
No,
like to chill
okay.
at home.
It's the most overrated night to go out at.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I
It's
really,
awful.
I like staying home on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the place to be.
Well, you watch like Andy Cohen.
Oh, I love Andy Cohen. Diplo was on with Andy Cohen.
Diplo was
tripping. Do you know that story? No. So
It's so good.
Diplo is on with Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper on New Year's Eve on CNN. And do we still have this drop? Yeah. Diplo, first of all, the cool thing was they announced that he was going to be late because his helicopter was running late, which is a huge flex.
Fancy schmancy.
But listen to what happened when he went on the show with those guys.
What's the most conventional place that you've done LSD?
Right now?
Right now.
Right now?
This one, a helicopter on the
Oh my
way.
God.
Yeah.
Please? Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Please tell me.
I'm not even lying.
You're tripping right now?
Choking.
Yeah.
Yeah? Wow.
But it's like a light. Okay. It's like a light trip.
A light trip.
And then he asked him, like,
Not
so you
nice at all.
microdosed.
Yeah,
and he goes,
exactly.
I'm macrodosed.
He macrodosed, exactly. Good for him. I want to grow up to be Diplo.
Yeah, when you have that much
Seems
money,
like
you do
he's
whatever
having a
you
good
want to
time.
do.
I forget, do you have a... Oh, you're an Eagles fan, right?
I am an Eagles fan, correct. That's right. We got the Green Bay Packers, man. I'm a little worried. Not gonna lie to you.
It's green on green crime.
That's right. That's right. I'm a little worried because the Packers are one of those teams. If Jordan Love gets hot, and look out, man, the offense gets rolling. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It all depends on how we contain.
I will tell you this. Philly's the best team I saw all year.
Really?
Oh, yeah. We got rolled by the Eagles at
Everyone's rolling
SoFi.
with the Lions, even though they're banged up. You know that after that performance they had against the Vikings, they're still rolling with the Lions.
They
like
are.
Trav this morning was talking about how he thinks the Lions are the best team in the NFC.
No, not with that defense. I know they played well against Minnesota, but that's an in-division rivalry. No, that defense is too banged up.
If I was to make a bet and my life depended on it, I'd take Philly.
See,
Yeah.
I don't want
To go
that.
to the
I
Super
want
Bowl.
everyone to go against Philly because I
Nope.
don't want them rooting for them because then that means
no, it's not rooting for them.
But I'm
Just think
saying,
they're
like,
the best team.
Yeah, as I'm saying, like,
I
don't
think
want
they're the
no
best
one,
team.
I don't want no one to say that. I want the Eagles to go in and just go out there and perform, man. I don't want no one to be like, no, they're the best team. I don't want that.
If
Yeah,
it's
well, they are.
KC, if it's KC and Philly in the Super Bowl, you think Philly's got even a shot?
Hell yes, they do.
No, against
Hell
Patrick-
yes,
no.
they do.
Look, man,
Mahomes-
Patrick
Mahomes
Mahomes
gonna
he's
walk
different.
through
He is
everybody.
different.
He is not winning
different.
this year.
No, he
Patrick
absolutely
Mahomes is
100%
absolutely
is.
not going to win this year.
You
No.
don't believe in the three-peat?
I don't believe in the three-peat. I think there's a reason it hasn't happened.
You
All right.
can't go against somebody that consistently wins over and over. It's like Tom Brady.
They
It's
find a
can't
way to
do it.
win. They find a way to win.
it's
Even if
the
they're
do
the offensive
factor.
form, they find a way to win for
Yeah,
some
the
reason.
defense is amazing, and
But
Jones
just
is like going
saying,
crazy.
just saying, man.
Yeah. They're not winning.
Yes, they are.
All right.
I hate it.
We're going to do some super crosstalk next. Thanks, DeAndre. DeAndre will be on all afternoon with Shadano and Cap. And we'll get those guys in here next for a little crosstalk. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Whether you need a big stop late in the game.
Edwards downloaded DiVincenzo. Blocked by Davis again. Another block for Anthony. ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you can nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
All right, got a little breaking news. Dodgers news. Bergman, it looks like we are going to say farewell to our
chippy little pal.
Chippy little pal.
Jeff Passan is reporting that Cincinnati Reds are finalizing a deal to acquire infielder Gavin Lux from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Sources told ESPN exactly what I told you was going to happen. Gavin Lux is not a fit on this Dodgers team. He only does one thing, and half the time, Gavin Lux is on his way out.
By the way, I have no recollection of you ever saying that.
I said that multiple
Yeah, I
times.
never
You can laugh all you
heard
want.
it. Did you? Anybody? Anybody hear it?
Over
No.
and over.
We took a survey. Nobody heard it.
I have listened to literally hundreds of
Literally.
hours of Bergie, and I don't remember him talking about Gavin Lux.
But we'll come back with some Super Crosstalk next. Mason and Ireland, 710
Pain keeps you from
ESPN.
doing what you love. Hogue Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hogue Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hogue Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hogue. Learn more at HogueOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Boat 25! Love Boat 25. It sails again. A little Super Crosstalk. What's going on, guys?
Gentlemen. I'm good. How are you?
Everything is great.
I've also put on 4 pounds.
Have you? Yeah,
Yes.
it's exactly 4. I know exactly what I gained. Yeah, bummer.
I went from 180.6 to 184.6.
You know what's weird? Do you weigh yourself every day?
No.
I weigh
Once a
myself
week, right?
every single
Yeah,
day.
I would say like once a week.
Every day, huh?
Every single day. I've got
Well,
this.
but you shouldn't do that because you're working out a lot and muscle weighs more than fat.
But look, I've got. See, there I was there,
Let
and
me see.
there's what
Where?
I gained.
Oh, wow. What are you using there?
It's called Renfo.
Renfo.
You just get on the scale
Like
every day.
Renfo? Like the
syncs
guy who
up.
played for the Angels?
Luis Renfijo?
Renfo.
He's still there, right?
Yeah, I think he's still there. Yeah, no, I weigh myself every
Wait a
day.
second. So do you have a scale that is connected to an app?
Connected to the app.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it keeps track of. And
I
would
have
not wanna
that
do
too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's amazing.
I would not want to do that. I
Yeah,
would
me
not want to
neither.
weigh myself every day.
Yeah. Did you gain any weight during the break, Captain?
Yes.
Yeah,
How
did you?
much? Don't know.
Yeah.
Because I'm just fat.
Yeah, but you don't
No,
want to
you're
know,
not
right?
fat.
I have no interest in knowing how much.
Oh, I wanted to know.
I want to know every single
But
day.
I waited to do it.
Till the end. Right.
Till I was done eating on January 1.
Mm-hmm.
So January 2, I weighed myself.
Yeah.
Oh, see, wait a second. Time out. Did you guys, if you have anything you plan to do in the new year, and I'm not even talking about like resolutions that people break, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to save money. Those are all things that I think about at the beginning of every year anyway.
Yeah.
But did you guys start on January 1st? Did you start
No,
on January
January
2nd?
1st is still like a holiday where
Okay.
I'm gorging.
All right, keep going.
Yes.
And then does January 2nd start your new year?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, because if
But I wean myself off. I don't go cold turkey like
Okay.
no more desserts or whatever. So
It's
January
over.
2nd,
It's
way
exactly
less.
what I'm doing.
Way less.
Okay. Yeah.
And then January 3rd, way less. And then as the days went on,
Okay.
way less.
Okay, because Mace and I had this conversation before we all left for this break.
Mm-hmm.
Mace was actually going on a break, but he was coming back on Thursday of last week because
Yeah,
as
I
I
heard you
recall,
got covered by a bowl game, and then Friday we.
Wait, so
ended
you
up
didn't
back.
come back Thursday?
No, because the Sugar Bowl got delayed.
Right,
and
okay.
Sugar
Right,
Bowl
okay,
played on
so now-
Tragedy in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So if I were in your shoes and you told me, well, hey, we were going to bring you back on Friday, I'd be like, listen, let's just wait till Monday. For me, I could not start midweek. Like I needed to start fresh today, Monday, January 6th, 2025, rather than Thursday, January 3rd or Friday, January 3rd.
Yeah.
Second,
So
third,
just
whatever.
come back when you can come
Here's
back, man.
here's what I think. So I'm glad I had that Friday because after a break, I'm usually terrible at my job.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my God.
It
I'm
takes
so ready to
right,
do a
it,
show
it
today.
takes me
You're
a while.
shut
It
out of
takes me a
Ken.
while to get into the groove. So I'm glad I had one day
into
to
the
get
groove?
into the groove, and now this
Yeah.
week we're flying.
Get into the groove,
Yes.
boy. You
Now,
want to
is-
use
was that
your
always the
stuff
case? You
to
need like a
me.
day to get
I
in the
need a
groove?
day to ramp
Always?
up.
Really?
Yeah, always have.
Really? A
Yeah,
day
the
to
first
ramp?
day show
Not
it
me,
sucks.
man.
Yeah,
Well, it was you in Ireland too. It was a good show.
that was fine. That wasn't good. Yeah.
Because you need
you
a day
say
to get in the
three
I
times
groove.
a
needed a
week.
day.
Right, you got to get into the groove, boy.
By the way, you
You
also
better
thought the
prove your
Chargers were
love to
playing
me.
the Bills today.
I did.
So maybe you needed 2 days to
Yeah,
get in the
no,
groove.
I had the Chargers playing the Bills. I'm trying to. Oh, I had the Lakers playing in San Antonio tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of Dallas.
Dallas.
Wait,
yeah.
what did
Yeah.
I miss? What did I miss?
We're
Did
off
you-
tomorrow,
did
so
you-
I know where they are.
Did you
Oh,
look
yeah.
at a
Yeah.
calendar and get everything screwed up or something?
No, I knew they were doing the Texas two-step, and then I assumed it was San Antonio,
Right.
but it was
No,
actually
the Spurs
Houston.
come here next week.
Yeah,
Right,
on the
exactly.
13th.
But what
Yeah.
about the
And San
Chargers
Diego
and the
Rams
Bills?
play.
What's that all about?
I just screwed it up.
See, this is going to be funny for you two because you're excited that the Chargers are so good, and you absolutely despise the
Oh,
Chargers.
my God,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Oh, it's like
This is a
it's-
great.
But the good
back and
news is
forth.
the good news for me is this: Mr. Know-It-all over here assured me that the Chargers were going to win 10 games this year.
And I was wrong. They
I
won
told
11.
him.
They
I
won
told him.
11.
I said you're
Exactly.
wrong. They're not going to win 10 games. So I get to prove to George how wrong he was.
So I heard you talking to Chris earlier about the text exchange from the meeting.
Oh yes, the
that
meeting.
got canceled.
Yes,
It'll be later in the month.
there was going to be a meeting this morning.
But I will say this. So he texted me.
Who
Yeah.
did?
Chris.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. I want to read the text.
Let's just air it all out.
Yeah, because you know,
That's what we do here.
because I came in today. I'll just tell you guys. First of all, today fastest drive ever from South LA to downtown LA.
Wow.
About an hour 29.
Wow, good job.
That's
So I
crazy.
think
a lot of schools in LA are
Right,
hours
not-
still
right.
on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
85 the whole way, no
Nice.
traffic.
Nice.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I got here really quick. When I walked into the building, the first person that I saw was Christopher,
Right.
and I wanted to visit with him because I missed him.
Yep.
He brings me into his studio and he starts going off on me about this supposed meeting this morning that
was canceled.
That was canceled.
Was he going off? He was yelling, screaming, throwing things.
He was just like, you guys, all you guys here, you guys are all going to kill me. Everybody here, I'm ready to fire everybody and start over. The same stuff he says all the time.
He's got like a little black cloud over his head, and it's always raining.
Yeah, I'm not going to have that. I'm not having that in 2025.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I'm
Let's
not
be
having
positive
it. Yeah,
around
right.
here.
Yeah.
So he tells me you don't want to come to the meeting.
Well,
no.
I mean, you
told
didn't
me
wanna come.
He told me what you said, that if you need, do you need to be there? is what he
do
said
I
to
need
me.
to be there?
Right.
Yes.
He said that, which is basically you don't want to come to the meeting.
Well,
100%.
if he would have said yes,
Be
I would.
honest.
No, if he would have said yes, I would have been here.
Okay.
Period.
Fine. So I wrote back to him. I said, well, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with him. I said, that's early for the rest of us. Like, you live far from here.
Yeah.
And I don't live close. He certainly doesn't live close.
I only live an hour and 29 minutes.
You know what I mean? And then that's a long-ass day for you
would've come up,
and
though.
him and
Yeah,
I.
of course.
Right, sure.
So what I'm saying is this. So he didn't respond to that for, like a full day. No,
Whoa,
more.
really? Whoa.
So that was
Wait,
Saturday.
So
when
he
was
was
it?
stewing.
So a full day almost. He responded. He didn't
Well,
respond. He
wait
responded
to
20
respond.
hours later.
Yes.
And responded to me, well, I canceled the meeting. Now everyone can sleep in with a smiley face. And I said, why? Although I do appreciate
By
it.
the way, I got the identical text. I've canceled the meeting. Now you can sleep in.
Yeah.
You can sleep
Smiley
in.
face?
Smiley
He probably
face, yeah.
copied and pasted it,
Probably
everybody.
did paste
Yeah,
it.
Did you get the same text?
Well,
You can sleep in
do you
now?
mind if I share some information here, Mace?
So anyway,
sure. Yeah,
I
go ahead.
started saying to him, look, I said the same thing you said. I said, I was going to come in. Like,
I was totally planning on it.
Right. I was going to come in. I was going to wake up at 6 a.m. and get over here, and I was just going to do whatever I needed to do, find a place to do it.
You could use my room at the East Central if you needed.
Right, there you go. I could have done that. I had other things to do today, but I would have. They all could have been done virtually, so I was going to do them virtually, and then figure it out. And then he just gave me like a love emoji, like the tap thing,
right?
And that was it. So I just said to him, look, I said to him, in 2025, the year of the Lord.
Yes, year of our Lord 2025.
Right. I said, we can all do stuff virtually. Like, it's not, like, I meet with other bosses at other places virtually all the time.
Right, sure.
If if I had to wait every time that one of the bosses were in town in L.A., I'd wait a long time.
Right.
And I get that, Sam is here. I don't say it all the time, but Sam's here.
Yeah, he's here.
It's down to what it used to be a lot more.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a lot
less than it used to be.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, if we really needed to have this meeting, we could have had it on virtually, and I think everyone would have been fine. I was going to make the trek no matter what, but I don't have an issue with people doing it virtually in 2025.
Yeah,
it's the only positive thing we learned in COVID.
If Morales would have said, I need you there, I'd have been there.
Yeah.
So if you were going to come, you were going to drive up from South.
I would have left my house this morning at about 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have been here, and I would have been here at 8 a.m. for this meeting this morning. And then I would have twiddled my thumbs the rest of the day to get to 3 o'clock.
Well, you can do the Cappy Cast.
No, I would have done the Cappy Cast.
It would have been fine.
But I will just
But Travis and DeMarco are here.
Right.
Ireland's on the road, so he already said he was going to be on the Zoom or the Teams meeting.
Right.
So then who wasn't coming?
I think we were probably all going to be here.
Well, here's what happened. But Mason
Sounds
and
like it.
Mason and I did have
Canceled
a
it for no reason.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We had a candid conversation on Saturday.
Very candid.
Mason and I. Can I read it to you?
Oh,
Please?
you and him.
Yeah.
Read away.
This is probably where it got away.
This, by the way, this is where it all fell apart.
This is where it got away from you.
Mace sends me a text at 2:27 in the afternoon on Saturday. Are you gonna be at the Monday in person? Now he says, "Are you gonna be at the Monday in person?" And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm going to be in studio on Monday. Like, I'm going to be here for the first day of the new year.
Oh, yeah,
right?
You forgot the word meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what he meant. So I wrote back and
Were
I
you
went,
high already?
Yeah, I was.
Icky.
Right.
Icky.
By the way, I get so high on such great gummies. I have
for
so
you.
many new gummy recommendations
nice.
for you.
Nice.
Rachel and I have decided to venture outside of just the joyful and present.
Oh, really?
And now we're going into some other stuff that has like THCV versus stuff that doesn't have THCV.
Don't know what the V
and
is.
The v,
I know
well,
the
I
A.
thought I knew what V meant, but I guess V doesn't mean this in weed.
Yeah.
V is apparently like a caffeine upper.
Oh,
kind of a
so
thing.
you're taking weed plus upper?
Depends on which
Weed plus caffeine.
Yeah,
Wow.
kind of. So anyway, so Mace,
That's trouble.
You haven't done that with just coffee?
Yeah, I know. True.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
So May says, "Are you going to be at the Monday in person?" I think he's talking about in studio. I said, "Yes, sir." He says, and I quote, "Really messes up my schedule."
Oh, see,
But
this is
go
where
ahead.
it fell
Wait,
apart.
no, go
for
ahead.
you.
Finish it.
100%.
Wait, no.
Finish it.
Right, let me finish it.
Finish it.
Right.
No one's reading anything but that first couple
listen,
of words.
Now,
wait
listen,
a minute.
May says, "Really messes up my schedule, but maybe I should be there?" Question mark. To which I wrote, "Oh, the morning. No, I'm on Zoom." So I say I'm on Zoom.
Oh, you weren't going to come
Right,
up.
well, no, not originally, but if I was asked, I would have. But anyway, so then
You were asked.
So then so May says, "Good, I'm going to Zoom it too." And then this is where now I become kind of a jerk. I go, look, they sent out the invite on Friday evening for Monday morning. We could have maybe planned it out with a little bit more notice, right? To which May says, "I think it's fine if we're on Zoom. Doesn't make sense for me to get there that early." I wrote, "Not at all." So I think what's happened subsequently is that now we've all decided, A, we all want to be in person.
Yep.
We all want to be face-to-face, eye to eye. I thought during COVID I'll never have another face-to-face meeting. I'll always use Zoom because it was so much more convenient.
Yep.
But the truth of the matter is you got to touch people. Maybe not the most, in the human resources corporate world. You got to shake hands.
Yes.
You got to look eye to eye. You got to be able to do that kind of
Carlos'
stuff.
mom calling again?
I think
Yeah,
so.
Carlos' mom is on that
There's a
camera.
Zoom coming.
And I find that things actually do get done when you're more face to face.
I agree.
But on Friday at 5 o'clock to plan a meeting for Monday at 8 a.m. when not everybody, that doesn't really work for everybody.
Now, I got notified
Wednesday.
on Christmas Eve.
Oh, really?
Because
Whenever the email came in,
I
that's
opened
what
my
I
email
Yeah,
on
it's still like
Christmas
2
Eve.
weeks.
I'm like,
Oh,
I
I
thought
don't
it was
remember
like
that.
Merry
Oh.
Christmas, and
Yeah.
it was actually we have a meeting.
Oh, maybe my bad.
Well, it did say Merry Christmas in the subject.
You're right. That's how they got you to open it.
But I guess the takeaway here is we all would have been here if it was a thing that we all needed to be here for.
I literally was saying, well, I'll leave at 5. I'll get there at 7 and change. I'll suck down some coffee.
Yeah.
And we'll do the meeting.
Yeah. So when it happens later in the month, you'll all be here around 11 o'clock.
I mean, maybe.
Yes.
I will. I'm
I mean,
fine with that.
At
I
this
will.
point, you should have just done it now. That's my point.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm all good with it.
Yeah, no, I think,
I have an idea.
content, blah, blah, blah.
Why don't we do the meeting at 6 o'clock p.m.?
Yeah, there you go.
This way everybody can stick around.
Do it at...
why do we got to get here
and then
early when
Travis and
DeMarco
DeMarco
and Travis
right,
stay
then
late?
they'll be the
you
problem.
Have to get them back.
Yeah.
They're going to
Well, they can stay late.
Well, enough
They
about
can
us.
use my room at the East Central.
I have the full trade if you want the full trade.
Oh, wait a
For
minute.
Gavin
There's
Lux.
a full Gavin Lux trade.
Oh, there's
now. All
a
right.
Gavin-
Something
an
you,
actual
something
trade.
you said all the time. You
Yes.
remember
Yeah,
you
he
said
said
it.
it
I said that he
constantly.
was going to be traded.
Was it on the Blue
Absolutely.
Review?
No, it was on Mason.
He
Now.
says
It
it's
actually
so often, it's just like echoing in my
happened.
head.
And you told me, and also it was the plan that you thought that would be trading away Gavin Lux, and you told me the plan was stupid, and now he's gone.
All right, let me hear. Let's hear the story. What do they got?
Full trade per ESPN sources. Cincinnati receives infielder Gavin Lux. The Los Angeles Dodgers received a competitive, balanced round A pick, around number 37, and outfield prospect Mike Sirota. That's it.
My Sirota.
Oh, that's, you know what? That makes it worth it.
So,
But
I
think-
mean, they
wait,
got a
just-
37th pick.
But
I
check
guess.
me on this. Didn't the Dodgers? What was the guy's name that they signed? The is it Korean infielder?
Hae Sung Kim.
Right.
Hae-Sung Kim.
So I thought they got from the Padres Ha-Sung Kim.
Yeah,
but
Correct.
it wasn't right.
I did too.
Yeah.
Did you hear the explanation of it?
No.
Greg's girlfriend, Jean,
is Korean.
Is Korean, and she filled us in on exactly how you say it, and I don't have that, but it's really good.
Well,
I don't know if they have it.
I would think that they can get rid of Gavin Lux, who kind of underperformed for a long time, but
Yes.
he did come up big.
He
this
played pretty
postseason.
well at times.
Yeah.
He had a couple of big moments.
He walked a few times, which they were big walks.
Yeah.
They were big walks, but he didn't really get
Walks are good.
Walks are very good, but it's at the same time the problem is that Gavin Lux is a second baseman. He can only play second base. He can't play outfield.
We found out he can't play short.
Can't play short.
Right.
He also can't hit lefties. So
He also has a hard time running around second base.
Right, and he slips and falls
Breaks
in the
his
World
knee,
Series.
yeah.
That too. That one too. So this Dodgers team doesn't allow you to only do one thing. You have to play multiple positions.
Yeah.
Unless you're Freddie Freeman
And
or
is
Shohei
Mookie Betts
Ohtani.
really going back to short?
Yes.
No, he's going to play second
Bergman
base.
says no. I say yes.
I know,
You
but
said no because Gavin Lux was going to be there at second base.
But I'm not
Now
asking
he's
what
not
we
there.
think. I'm asking what the Dodgers aren't. The Dodgers already saying that they're planning
Yes,
on moving Mookie
they
back
are.
to short.
And Greg says they're all lying.
They were lying to help Gavin Lux trade value,
Oh, maybe.
and he just got traded.
Oh yeah, and look what we got for him.
Well, it doesn't matter.
You're helping him trade. You might as well cut him.
It's not
you
what you're
got
getting
you
back.
got a pick and a random outfielder.
I don't care about what you got back for him. You got him
But
out
you think
so you
they
can put
you
him
think
back
they
at
pumped
second.
up his trade value,
Yes.
and now we got a 7th round
It's
pick
not
and
for
a
the
guy you
return.
never heard of?
It's not for the return. It's to get him out of there for something, someone to take him on.
Okay, so
and then
here's-
move him to second
here's
base.
what I say. Okay.
No.
What?
Don't.
I get the big move now.
Okay, go ahead.
I got the big move.
The big move.
Oh, you're going to bump Panamas now?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No.
That's
big,
what I thought you were going to do.
Big move.
Yeah.
I should. But I think the big move is they have the potential now to trade for Nolan Arenado and move Max Muncy to second base.
Nolan Arenado has been rumored to the Dodgers for like 3 or 4 years, it feels
Yeah.
like.
It's been a long time.
Would that not be now he's not the offensive. He's a great glove, not the offensive player that he's been. But can you imagine him batting 7th?
I mean, do you need him to be any good? Like, really?
No, you actually, if anything, their defense has been so poor over the years
Yeah.
that you could use one guy. If you're going to have a quote-unquote light bat, he's a pretty good light bat to have.
really
You
good
put him
light
in the
bat.
7th or 8th spot, and you just let him. If he gets you 20 home runs,
What
you're
are the
like, wow,
gutty
it's
little
amazing.
Padres going to be up to?
No, they're not. Didn't you read what happened to them today?
No.
Oh, yeah, there's a
my
big
God.
fight.
No,
Luis Ariz is probably going.
Right, but in terms of like
Ownership
not spending
struggle.
any money, but the owner died last year.
Right.
Yep.
Peter Seidler.
Peter Seidler.
His wife wants to be in control because that's what she
no.
says the will left to her
Yep.
is controlling portion of the ownership. But the brothers who are wealthy,
His brothers.
Yep.
his wealthy business people, they're like, no, you were our brother's wife, and he's now dead. So why don't you just like sit behind home plate and look pretty? You know what I mean? Like that kind of a deal. And they're like, no, we're in control now. So now she's suing them to regain control.
Why did she ever not have control? If it's in the will and
No.
the estate or whatever they do.
Maybe
fancy
we'll find
people,
out on our
rich people.
17-minute radio Tinder today.
Oh, that's right. So
I
how
would
many
prefer radio Tinder be 17 seconds. So
how many minutes will Radio Tinder be today?
Depends.
There will be no radio Tinder today.
There's
I don't
no
believe, 'cause
baseball.
Lindsay's not here.
No baseball today.
No
baseball.
Funchie's
Funchy
back there.
Lava.
Funchie's here.
He
back
can do
there.
a long radio Tinder, right?
The one thing I always say about Gavin Lux.
Cappy has like New Year's Eve stuff or New Year's stuff that he wants us to discuss and spread throughout the show like potpourri?
Well, I've written a Sedano and Cap survey of things that you may have
Unsighted?
done. No, just here for the radio. Things that may have gotten done over the break. You know, we've
Right.
been gone for a long time. You know, George took off well before Friday the 20th,
Right.
which was my last day, because George was out there.
On the 16th.
Right. So he's been off since the 16th. So it's been like 20 some odd
Oh my
days.
God, you guys must have unbelievable stories to tell.
Well,
I mean,
and
we did
that's-
have lunch already.
And
so-
that's why I wrote this survey, so that we could weave in what we all were doing.